We are live. Can y'all hear me? How's my microphone? Etc. Okay, Paul Lovell's in the house. Let's go. Y'all hear me? Alright guys. Alright, now I'm back. I'm back home. So I have I have my usual computer setup, unlike last week's, which is quite wild. Anyways, can y'all hear me? Am I so far 10 people went from 0 to 10. Unreal. So also we broke the record most congruent viewers at 75. I'd zoom out of here a bit. Alright, let me know in the chat who can hear me, otherwise am I talking to myself? Alright, and I'll have a listen to the thing. I'm gonna play this right here. Nope, okay, I gotta turn this. Talking to. Oh, I can hear myself. All right, there it is. That's good to go. It should be good to go. Okay, audio is good. Bob John, let's go. Is that? For a second I thought it was John Hudson. All right, guys. You guys can all hear. 12 people in the show, and yeah, we'll do some. Okay, Russell's Native is in the house. We'll do some housekeeping and then get going. So this was the stream I was supposed to do. That's like 3 weeks ago or so, and then ended up just doing a Boston 9/11 Truth recap, and then set the rain check for this one. All right, Rotary Motion is in the house. Let's go. Sound spot on. Let me know if I should make it louder, etc. More loud, less loud, or get a different speaker, or have someone narrate for me. All right, guys. Let's do the usual setup here. So the link to the notes, it's the same one as the Livestream 50, because I'm just using the same notes there. And it's added a bit more. And all right, Timothy Sullivan's in the house. Let's go. First superfan is in the house. All right, so the last live stream was quite a show. Okay, no, keep as is. All right, sounds good. And I will just get to the thingy here. And also, highly recommend if you guys can figure out how to create a Hive account, and then post on my community page. Again, this is the likely the most decentralized and censorship-resistant platform or blockchain in the world. So here's a link, and I have it posted right here. Link to the notes right here. Link to the notes all be here. Link to the link to the notes and links in that. There, and you can see everything here. And again, just to illustrate Hive, the importance. Let's say if someone takes down this website, peakd.com, again, you can just go and use a different website that uses a Hive blockchain. Hive.blog, for example. They all just use it, so it does not. So basically, you're removing one layer of control, which is the website. So now you have one layer of decentralization, and it actually goes right to the blockchain. All right, so 9/11 Revisionists. Good evening, everyone. Let's go. Okay, 9/11's in the house, so we are good to go. We have 19 people. All right, let's go back here to the other website here. All right, and I'll just close this. So I put that in there, and let's just continue further. The next setup is. MES links, as always. Go to MES links, guys, and I'll put everything there. I'll try to update periodically to include everything else. And you can see, especially my 9/11 one, you can see all the stuff, all the links over here. And there's a drop down, and etc. You can see everything there, and also a bunch of ads. Make sure to watch ads, and yes, and click ads and make cash money. Well, click only if you're gonna buy something. Don't just click for spam, because I might get issue with that. Anyways, and also, guys, become a super fan. $15 a month. You get a trophy like Stephen F. Stephen F is in the house. Let's go. And also Timothy Sullivan. You got the trophy. You got these custom emojis. Like, think about that. You got absolutely unreal amount of benefits. And it's $15 a month Canadian. That's about $3 American. And you get a bunch of emojis, gyroscopes, where the towers go book, Hurricane Aaron, and something else there. And also this, and also my logo. All right, the next setup is, donate, guys. Also, there's another way to donate money. Send cash money to me, PayPal, crypto, etc., or whatnot. If you want to send cash or gold bars, let me know, and I'll send you my address. Also, MES Links says everything I usually post on MES Links first. On Telegram before I throw everything else anywhere, just because I like it. It's super easy to organize and search, and you don't get what's it called, distracted with the news feed like all the other sites. All right, and then another setup: increase brightness of webcam. I think it did that. My face is pretty bright right now. And me stop covering mouth while talking to your mic. That's good. Let me know if audio is too loud or too low, too loud. And also, MES, stop moving the screen during stream. So I had a few people last live stream. I was moving the screen a lot. And again, I apologize for that. It's a bit of my ADD, but also I was using my cousin's computer because I went to Kelowna for a little vacay during a long weekend. So I was using his computer, and he only has one monitor, and I was in the car for 4 hours driving there. So basically, I was literally, and then all of a sudden, with like 30 minutes of a break before I can just get on the computer. So I was out of the element, out of my element. And basically, I had to use one monitor, and it's hard because I usually do multitask with multiple monitors at the same time. So that's why I was a bit there. But anyways, apologies for that. But also, it's like also just deal with it, guys. It's getting custom streams randomly. All right, guys. Okay, fun, and also as usual, fund my trip to John Nancy's lab, etc. And I do want to go visit there later this month. All right, and also going further. So September 14th. Oh, I forgot the 11th. So September 11th, we're gonna have just some updates. September 11th is gonna be the group live stream. September 11th, Wednesday, 9/11 group live stream summary of 9/11 evidence, and pretty much most of the people will be there. At least one's not gonna be there. That Chris Berkshire guy, I think it's definitely something shady about him. Anyways, December 14th, 9/11 revisionist on presentation on the Pentagon, and also the Adam Weisenberg guy, who claims to be a witness at claims to be part of the cleanup crew of the Pentagon. Let's go. And Adam Weisenberg. All right, so Adam Weisenberg, I think as I spell it, it's hard to say. And Adam W, just to be 100% correct. Okay, it says it was disconnected and connected. Okay, stream health is excellent. All right, we should be good to go. All right, Paul Level says audio levels are great. That's great stuff there. Yeah, so basically December 14th we'll have the 9/11 revisionist and Adam Weisenberg join the show, and then he says he's going to provide a lot of documents and evidence that he was actually working there. So that'll be quite fascinating to see that. And also September 21st, 9/11 planes research presentation about the passengers. You do not want to miss that one. It's absolutely bombshell stuff. And it's like a lot of people ask, what about the passengers? And Mark Conlon, 9/11 planes research, has done the most research on it, and hopefully he can get his book out. Otherwise, I may have to write his book for him. All right. Okay, the next setup here. Yeah, October 19th. Actually, no, October 5th, we're going to have a live stream with Amaturo Solar on Electrogrid Vidix. His father worked with the Thomson Townsend Brown, the flying saucer scientist. That'll be quite amazing. And October 19th with Methyl Miner on alternative health hacks and fighting disease with drugs or that you can home make or something. We'll see about that. All right, Stephen F says super excited by Colin. Yeah, that one's going to be quite mind-boggling. All right, then also November 2nd, live stream with John Hutchison, again, this time exposing disinfo agent and psycho liar Ace Baker, and also just talk to John, and it'll be great to have him there. All right, so now we're in the show. Now we're going to the first few things. So this is some stuff added before we'll get into the military exercises and so on. This right here, I'm going to close this. It's going to be epic right here. So, first of all, so Jimmy Dore is partnering with a 9/11 Truth disinfo nonsense today, as we speak. Today's the 7th. Let's say Dore. Jimmy Dore. Oh, I spelled Dore. Yeah, so right now, as we speak, and also, Methyl Miners in the house. What good, my dudes. Let's go. We have 23 people on the show. All right, so on Saturday, September 7th, A 9/11 Truth presents the 24-hour and online conference featuring some of the most influential independent commentators on the scene. Independent. No, they're not all part of the same Freemasonic club there. The incredible lineup includes Jill Steinhaus, the presidential candidate for the Green Party. Jimmy Dore, Whitney Webb. Oh, Whitney Webb's in that show. Okay, so a lot of people send me stuff about her. And obviously, if you basically just check if they pass the 9/11 litmus test, then you can investigate their work. If they don't, just you ain't gonna get much. Also, Woody Webb, Zach Voorhees, Daniel Ganser, Alex Steen, Merle, Naz, and then Barry Swicker, and then Anthony Hall, etc. All these guys, and this guy here is this guy from the TruthStream channel. But anyways, there's Jimmy Dore, Jill Stein, Jimmy Dore headline. Now the truth, kind of nonsense. It's like the headline of the Disinfo clown show. And this again, September 7th, as we speak. If we think of every year since November 11, it's an honor, etc. Blah blah blah. So Saturday, December 7th, time to be announced. They might be even having it live now. Let's have a gander. We're doing live gandering right now, guys. We are okay. So A911 Truth. Let's see what are they doing now. What are these? 482,000 subscribers, and it's like they get it. What are they even doing? 24th hour preview episodes. Oh, they have a preview one there, and just 4 days ago. Okay. Oh, they preview the 24-hour. What in the world does that even mean? Oh, they're gonna do a 24-hour live stream. See what this is. As we're doing live gandering right now. Oh, that's 4 days ago. What in the world are these guys doing? 73,000 subscribers. Oh, we're almost gonna catch them. We're at 50. How much are we at? 50,000 or 51,000? Okay, preview episode. Yeah, all right. So they're not live yet. So that's it. And also, RFK suggests a false flag attack. So can I have RFK Senior there or whatnot? Anyways, what are these flashes? Look, they're pointing at that little tiny dot on that building 7, which was turning to dust for like weeks, not just 7 hours, but weeks. All right, guys. So again, that's the usual mind control, alt media, mind control side. All right, the next setup here. Let's see what else I have on this thing. So 69 angles of second quote plane video got removed because channel got terminated. Post videos everywhere, especially on 3Speak. So if you recall, I went over this in the previous stream on the disappearing wings and so on, and I used a lot of their work on there, and it's a good video compilation to show basically all the footage in place, but also to illustrate that again CGI you could easily just rule that out. So something was heard. So this video right here, if you go to this is the archive of it. If you go to the website. It's gone. Video unavailable. The video is no longer available because the YouTube associated with this YouTube account associated with this video has been terminated. So again, make sure to post everywhere, especially on 3Speak, because even Rumble is like they're all going to be censored or somewhat. But 3Speak they're working on it's connected to the Hive account, so you can log with the Hive or you create your own account, and you can connect to Hive. All the metadata gets stored on Hive, and there's going to be a token mechanism to ensure all of the where's math user. To ensure basically people store the data, you store the videos on your own backup servers or just extra space you have in a computer, and you earn tokens and so on. So this decentralized storage, it's small. You can see the thingy here. Monthly visitors, actually it's pretty good, 100,000. That's pretty good. So and it's small, but the thing is, these decentralized storage, so you can't really block it out. You have to go and find out who's actually storing it and so on. And it's very, very good. So anyways, make sure to post on there. So I just wanted to bring that up, especially now because Brazil's banning X, and also Rumble. Rumble's banned in Russia as well, and other countries, and so on. So it's a giant clown show going on. And also at least 3 mystery planes flying alongside the second quote plane. So I didn't realize this until watching. Until I was watching. No, I think I didn't realize this until I was watching the 9/11 Alchemy Big Idea, which I'll post later this month. I think I'll post on 9/11. All right, this one right here. So there was at least 3 mystery planes on the second impact, like during the second impact, like flying literally alongside it. So this is the first one. This photograph by Robert Cummins on 9/11 shows a mystery plane in the top right or southeast of the WDC just before the second quote plane impact. So this is southeast because look, there's an object right there. That's definitely a plane. It's not a helicopter. It's actually a plane over there, but it's a bit further out than this one. So that means it's on the east side. So north is here where my mouse is. So then this has to be on the east. So it's further away than this second quote plane. And I think there's a helicopter there. There's another helicopter there. Anyways, there is. I'm going to zoom in a bit more. So there is that's the second plane. I think there's different angles of it. But anyways, that's second plane right there. All right. And then compare this with the Park Foreman footage. I'll put an edit right here. Foreman footage, which shows a mystery plane at the northwest of the WTC. So again, north is this building right here. This is the south tower. This is the north tower. So this is north, and there's a mystery plane right here as the impact there. The other one is again as impact, and this is on the west side because it's further out. But this is the quote plane is on this side. All right, so that's on the west. But now, then on this is the Susan Cook Brooklyn Heights footage. You can see the NIST footage right here, the download link on the archive. There's a third mystery plane also at northeast of the WTC, but at a much higher elevation. So there were at least 3 different planes around the WTC during the second impact. Can we identify the Delta flight in any of the planes? This would allow us to rule it out in other photos. Yeah, it's hard to see. The only one is that footage. The closest one we found, it was after the impacts already, and it's hard to see where it was. Well, I'll show you it soon. But anyways, and it's a Delta plane. It looks like a Delta plane. It could be other ones. But anyways, I want to click on this one here. So this is the Susan Cook footage right here. So this one is this is just before impact. That's on northwest, but look at it's much higher elevation. This isn't an issue with perspective or anything. It's much higher. This one's here. The park foreman is literally in line with this right here, and it's and you're a bit closer there, so it shouldn't even be in the screen. This one is way above the entire towers, so way above the entire towers. This is below the top there, and it's like pretty much. This one is just a slightly higher perspective there. So this is actually this perspective. This is looking from downwards. So this object. If this was the same one, this would be even higher. So this one, we're actually looking at a perspective is opposite of it. We're looking at a bit downwards. So this should be even like behind this thingy. So this is a third mystery plane. And I have the mystery plane set up right here. I'll find that other mystery plane. And then also, and that one that goes over here, this one is definitely the park foreman one. This is the one that was parallel. This is seen in many ones. It's also seen in the Fairbanks footage. Anyways, I just want to get to the mystery plane. So you can search on my channel, mystery plane. So we go mystery plane, and also the close-up of it. This is the closest one of it. This is a Delta Airlines one. This one looks like a Delta. It looks like this one. So you could at least say it's at least a Delta-like. But the thing is, here's a close-up zoomed one. But this is the closest one you can get. But it's after the impact, so I don't know. Yeah, so this could be the higher up one. Okay, well, there's an impact. The thing is, I don't know when this was hit right there. Actually, no, this is a pent bomb video, I think. So I'll have to double check. But if the impact was soon, if this was soon, and then there's it couldn't be too much after. So then the higher elevation plane could be this Delta one. So there it is. You can see it. I'm going to zoom in. It will zoom in. So there is the closest footage that I've seen of it. And it's not the Doomsday one. It looks different than it. Volumetric projection via multiple drone planes. Interesting. I think it's a military exercise that's going on. This one here, if I were to guess, this is because it's much higher elevation. It's already at much higher elevation, or at least it looked at it as perspective. Because on this side, so again, it's hard to state which one it is. It is. Let's see this. But it is really high elevation still, even with perspective. It's still higher relative to this, like the top of that. Dust plume or the fumes or etc. And it's literally above it. There it is. I'm going to stop it. So there it is. Look how high it is. So yeah, assuming this is relatively close, I would if I were to bet this is the one we were looking at. This is the one. I think this mystery object there, I think that was a Delta one right here. So then the other ones are a bit lower elevation. So that was interesting, and that is that. And then I'm going to continue further. See what else I have here. Also, I wanted to make another point. I'll just jump into the part because I did it in the Boston 9/11 Truth recap one. So this is the mystery object. So some people said in the chat said that it was a helicopter, or it could be a helicopter. I think it's too fast for a helicopter. But the thing is, the person who brought this attention to my attention was actually Chris Bergier from the Boston 9/11 Truth. And yeah, I can't have him on a channel minority. It's too absolutely ridiculous. But those planes were not this one. They were not this mystery object, because this is going to the east of it at low altitude. The other ones, the low altitude ones, were on the west, and actually all the ones were on the west. No. Actually, except that the high elevation one was on the east. So there was one on the east on this side here. But this was, I think it's northeast. I'm going to go back to that again. Go right here. So this is south. Yeah, this is southeast of this one. Is the southeast because it's much further out. This one is northwest, and this one is northwest higher elevation. So then the mystery object So this mystery object right here, this is on the south east but lower elevation. The other one would be on higher up top there. And you can see it right here. But the thing is, what really catches my eyes is the rapid rate that is relative to this one, even if it's further out. Yeah, so if it's further out, if it's moving anywhere near this speed, this would be going faster based on perspective. You can see two objects right here. If they're going the same speed, actually, how did we go? Yeah, if you're going the same speed and you look at it, if you turn it around, I'm trying to figure it out. If it's going the same speed this way and you look at it this way, this would, the farther one would be slowing down. So if you look at it like here, let's say the same speed, and you go and then just move your hand to the right and you look at it, the closer one looks forward. So, and it does look like it's going very, 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 very fast. And there's not I've not seen a single footage of a helicopter that does not look like it was just going like an ant on the footage. So I'll show you some speed. We'll do a speed comparison. So helicopters, apparently the max speed is 250 miles an hour. But first of all, no one's going that fast near the WTC. So there's a mystery object right there. So there's a mystery object. Yeah, and there's not a chance. Yeah, I have to rule out helicopter. It can't be a helicopter. The speed is way too fast for a helicopter. Because this is going 500, 600 miles an hour, almost 600 miles an hour. And this is noticeably going along with it. Like, in other words, this isn't just left off in the dust. And there's even if you have a helicopter going 250 miles an hour at peak speed for no reason at the WTC, it wouldn't look like this. Yeah. So you have a brief moment of it moving as fast or faster, because this is closer up than this one. So based on perspective, this would appear faster even if it's going same speed. So have a look right here. Yeah. So you literally have a brief moment of it going faster. As fast. Yeah, this is going as fast as this. So I'm ruling out helicopter based on this, literally this 2-3 frames of it. I'm ruling out helicopter. This object right here, yeah, the cruise missile, and I'm talking about this one right here, the one beside it, is the key part. That's this. I'm not looking at that one. Okay, yeah. So this is definitely, it's going as fast. I'm ruling it out. But again, this was brought to my attention by Chris Burgess, and this is the only video I've seen. So unless they edited it or something, but the original had this. So if you can find any other object like that, let me know. Then we'll pretty much put a nail in the coffin. There, I want to drive the home point there. But again, I put this right here. I even wrote a note right here. I need to examine closely if mystery object is a helicopter, because first person that made me aware was Chris Bergier, whom is shady. I hope people understand your speed argument, because it is watertight. It is no longer possible to believe that it was a helicopter. Alright, Paul Love's on our side. Let's go. But object disappeared to be moving very fast. And you can see helicopter top speed. Top speed is 250 miles an hour. You can see it. But again, no one's going at... top speed, most helicopters ranges 150, 200 miles an hour. Oh, it's 250 kilometers, alright. These model light utility helicopters, 135, are news helicopters. Even slower than I thought. News helicopter top speed. How fast helicopters go? 275. These are the fastest helicopters. Airbus racer helicopter cruise speed 260. Yeah, so you're going. I'm going half of that. So 100 miles an hour, and even then they're not going that fast. They're not just driving for no reason. Steven Truth Seeker suggesting dozens of footage have been edited is nonsensical. Is there any no, but a lot of the footage just does look like it's been changed in dome. No, you can see all the original ones. They're all show something. There's witnesses see it. There's sound in all of them, and they all follow the exact same trajectory. So again, no CGI nonsense. Otherwise you get blocked. I just don't want any deal with that. We've done this for a million hours. Just follow all the live streams we did before. Helicopters will be filming and and not transiting as fast as possible. Yeah, there's no reason for them to go fast, and also given orders to stay away from the WTC. So they're like at least like 5 miles away or something. And I will look at this right here. Peaked. To illustrate real helicopter speed, we can even go to this dustification. I made a video on this. North Tower literally turns to dust. This is when the game changed when my style of video making. This is absolutely ridiculous. This is 45 knots speed, but you see helicopters I think flying around it. Okay, yeah, something just flew by, so I'm gonna go to the original. I have the original right here. Oh, Architects for Engineers, Truth is live. All right, we'll go to this and see what they're talking about.
And people were like, "Why don't they even talk to the guy?" He carries out the terrorist attack, and then he doesn't.
All right, so compare them. Compare these clowns with MES. I'm like showing you hard evidence of stuff, and then these guys are just have like faces
He
talking.
even confessed to it.
And this guy's got a goatee. This guy's 100% Satanist.
People have the frame is already.
No offense to goatee non-Satanists. Anyways, so they're going. Let's see what else. So a lot of just people talking. So another thing is. Yeah, a lot of these disinfo places, it's just people talking. Just show some evidence. Like, what do you? It's like a hangout.
Television at the time. There was
okay, the first person talking, they show an image of someone of like, oh, it was Pearl Harbor or something. Yeah, Pearl Harbor. So anything but 9/11. Anyways, going back here. Where was this? I'm gonna fast forward 16 times speed until we find a helicopter. Okay, I'm gonna find a helicopter. Once we find, okay, there's a speed. There it is. Okay, there it is. Let's go. There's a helicopter right there. Let's check the speed of it. There's the speed of a helicopter. It is going absolutely slow. You guys can all see it probably. I'm going to go. Let's see how fast it is. Okay, from here to here, how long will it take? Let's go. It's 42 seconds. 43, 44. So 42 from here all the way. Let's see how long it will take to traverse the entire thing. It's still going. It's still going. Okay, there it is. It crossed it in 42, went 16 seconds. So 16 seconds, it went from here to here. From there to that thingy. Let's see this one right here. See how fast this goes. Right here. We'll see the object. The object, let's say it's somewhere here, roughly the same spot there. Actually, the object's right here. Okay, there's the object right there. Okay, 4 seconds. It goes 4 seconds, and yeah, in literally 3 seconds, goes from here to here in 3 seconds. This one goes from here to here, which is closer because it's a closer camera. It's like pretty much as closer. 16 seconds from here to here. So again, this is the way you, and I just showed you bombshell info that nobody else, what just happened? Yeah, so I just showed you bombshell info, guys, that, let's see what these clowns are talking about.
The cinemas, they knew that yet.
Are they talking? They haven't showed a single 9/11 clip. Let's just fast forward till we see a clip. Okay, Paulo says this footage may be a smoking gun. Yeah, definitely. Like my view is like it's, to me, there's no other explanation. It's going faster and whatnot. So then you need the government needs to say something about that, or at least someone has to make an opinion on it. They cannot be like, oh, it's blah blah blah. It's like or CGI or whatever. Then they'd be like, all right, so now you're pushing out a CGI mumbo jumbo. Or just basically, it's like you put the ball in the park of the mainstream side. It's like there it is, a mystery object going ass fast, and it's literally projecting alongside of it. All right, and yeah, so I will include this. So for September 11th, I'm gonna do a live stream, and I think in the morning at 9:11 a.m. Or dustifying a gun is or dustifying gun. Interesting. I don't know what the dustifying gun, because it disappears. That was the only footage I ever see is literally alongside that that quote plane. So that's the only one. So anyways, because that is that. It's a that's what you meant. Okay, it's a dustifying gun. It's not a smoking gun. In this channel, we don't talk about smoke. We talk about dust. So if you go out smoking, don't do that. Go out dusting. All right. So I got your joke, Jeremy. Jeremy's got the best sarcastic jokes. Takes me a while to get them though. All right. Let's go further. How many people we have? 34 people. All right. 34 people just witnessed bombshell evidence. So again, when people talk about smoking guns, etc., I will show this quickly. Favorite. So yeah, when smoking, there's like infinite dusting guns, not smoke. So I wrote this right here. This before and after photo of the Twin Towers disappearing to ground level on 9/11, while Building 7 is still in the background, is my favorite piece of evidence. This right here is my favorite piece of evidence right here, before and after. That's my favorite, but a close second. So someone was asking, can you summarize? Can you just put one piece of evidence? This guy says, I do have another question, but it may not be easy or simple to answer, though there's a mountain of evidence for justification. If you had to pick one piece of evidence to show someone new, what would it be? This photo. And also, this is a close second, okay? This is, what in the world is this? Actually, it wasn't about justification, but this is, believing something even if it makes no sense, just do it, guys. If anyone believes that, I really don't care, like, what their opinion is on anything. This is the new litmus test. Right here, Tobias says, I get that litmus test is a good test and you're doing very good for newcomers, but you have to evolve your channel beyond 9/11 if you want to escape this. It may not be fair for me to say this. That is true. That's why I do other videos occasionally, especially the math ones. But also, I did the COVID one before, and I will expand as we go. But the thing is, I'm currently pushing a lot of 9/11 because I'm learning a whole lot. Like this stuff that we just found is not shown anywhere. The mystery object is literally, like in my knowledge, and I've been at 9/11 for years. This is literally, and also listed here. For example, there's 3 mystery planes literally flying beside it. That is a new thing to me. Mystery object. This is a new thing to me. This thing right here, flying right next to it. And again, very similar to this. And 9/11 is a big one. So angle dust. What is angle dust? Fun facts. The towers turn to dust, and NYC is one of the only places to buy dust anymore. Interesting. Angel dust. So you buy dust. Okay. So anyways, so that is that. And yeah, so that is a good point. We will evolve it after I've done the videos on the targeted individuals and so on, and we're gonna have methyl minoate coming in the show for alternative health stuff. So we do have a lot of random stuff, and also the electrogravity from literally like person that knows Thomas Townsend Brown. Like his father was like knew him well. So that's gonna be epic. So anyways, and it's also 9/11 right now. So 9/11 we do 9/11. So that is my mumbo jumbos. All right, but anyways, litmus test is good, and also this is a litmus test as well. This is a litmus test. If someone does not see a problem with this photo, they do not deserve to like breathe air. What is this? All right, going further. All right, 9/11 Liners for Truth is expanding rapidly. I have this one for scheduled post for tomorrow morning because I just don't want to. Oh, and also there's this is Simon Cowell. He went from riding a Freemason jet ski to all of a sudden his face melting. So what did they do in those lodges? Anyways, so 9/11 Liners for Truth is expanding at a rapid pace. So I made this thumbnail from that documentary 9/11 Liners for Truth. So there's a whole bunch of OGs in here, and now it's actually expanded. Like you got a whole bunch. This is here, Liars for 9/11 Truth. This photo is made, I believe, by 9/11 Originist. So there's a whole bunch of new names. Like who are these? Who are these clowns? All right. Oh, there's Stephen E. Jones. Oh yeah, Stephen E. Jones. I gotta show this one as well. I show this photo a lot. First of all, Jones. Let's go to Jones. Oh, so there's Alex Jones saying he's doing a predictive programming saying that Kamala will get assassinated. Actually, yeah, we'll just jump quickly in this. So Alex Jones says Kamala will get assassinated, and before he said Hillary's going to replace Kamala. All right, so Alex Jones is onto something. Even though he's a giant clown. YouTube deleting comments. Interesting. Well, if you click live chat, make sure the thing is live, not total or not top. All right, going back. Where was it, Jones? Okay, yeah, so Stephen E. Jones, he's bringing out disinfo agent, so 9/11 disinfo agent Richard Gage is bringing out the corpse of cold fusion and 9/11 do cover-upper Stephen E. Jones. So he's literally bringing him out, his face is like sagging. And now someone's smoking gun. The iron microspheres and WTT dust that are a byproduct of a high-energy thermal reaction. Like, what is absolute clown show. And also, literally 2 weeks ago, Richard Gage is 9/11 controlled opposition disinfo agent, founded 9/11 disinfo group A 9/11 Truth. Richard Gage rocking the Illuminati hand signs during a 9/11 disinfo Zoom meeting yesterday, or this was August 28th. Then, literally, he's doing this, all saying, he's doing the pyramid or whatever Illuminati Freemason logo. That's him, Richard Gage, AIA architect, and also his email literally has 33 in it. R-Gage 33. So, and then if you go to A911 Truth logo, oh man, architects, I thought I had this. Okay, I gotta post it. Okay, so this is where I like Telegram. Let me know. Okay, I need to go. Okay, there it is. A911 Truth. Yeah, I thought I put it there. Okay, so yeah, so this is right here. So if you go to Architects Engineers for 9/11 Truth, their logo is literally Freemason logo. You have the compass there, and you have the ruler. And if you rotate, so here's how it is overlaid. If you rotate, see these lines on the ruler of this North Tower? If you rotate the logo, the exact rulings match. Like they match literally on the exact same one. So out of all the rulers in the world they could have used, they used the exact one that matches. And this matches exactly perfectly. So it's not at halfway. It's not at too far. It's literally matching. like there's just nothing. Like, I don't know what's going on. So it's literally just workaround of of the A9 truth. And then if you just move it around, yeah, there it is, A9 truth. It's literally Freemason logo and the whole Freemason operation of just nonsense all day, every day. All right, what else we got here? All right, so we're gonna get through some stuff. Okay, we got 37 minutes in, and we're just powering through. Monkey pox psyop an election year. Oh, yeah, I think yeah, that's already happening. 1 billion views. We did that during that previous one. Recent target individual case. Okay, we did that. Rare footage of what appears to be a cloaked drone flying. Okay, we went over that. MES talking planes, Richard Gage, and non-seismologist. Oh, this one I forgot to show this before seismologist. So Chandler. No, I think I did the seismologist. Oh no, yeah, I think, okay, Chandler. So Chandler was the one, yeah, he was talking nonsense, and then he tried to tell me to go, he has a physics course in his website. And then, what I wanted to learn from him is, I wanted to learn seismology. So that's the thing I want to learn, but too bad he doesn't know seismology. Let's play this again. This is, can you guys hear it properly? Let me know. This is a question from Norman, aka 9/11 revisionist, asking disinfo agents, David Chandler and Richard Gage, tough questions.
Could it be measured on the Richter scale?
Well, there were, yeah, when it fell, it created seismic waves that were picked up. I don't remember the names of the places. I never looked into that, but Ted Walter, who I was doing this paper with, has done some, and then there's some other guys who have looked at the seismic signals that they picked up from 9/11.
Yeah. The second part of that question was, what seismic readings could we expect? Do you have?
I'm not a seismologist, so let's go on. I'm not a seismologist.
Okay.
So let's go on.
Okay, so that's him. Okay, so if you ask him a seismology question, and again, he spent like 20 years on this. He's literally, 20 years on 9/11 studying, doesn't cover WTC 6, 5, 4, 3, and yeah, only 1, 2, and 7, and it gets those all wrong, and also ignores one of the biggest evidence. The seismic impact was tiny. He's not a seismologist. Let's move on.
I'm not a seismologist, so let's go on.
All right, so I made that emojis for Norman's video. The room reference. Okay, anyways. Okay, so the next setup is, I think, there's another thing I forgot to show up in here. This info agents operation. Okay, where's the disinfo bot? I thought I added this here. Okay, where's the disinfo agent bot? Disinfo Reddit. Okay, so did I forget to put it in there? Okay, I will find it right now. Okay, so I forgot to put this in there, but this was actually, yeah, so Metal Miner was commenting on, yeah, he comments a lot on Reddit. And I'll share this copy message link, and I'll put this right here. Where is all the way up here? Then we're gonna get to the other stuff. Okay, and this is right here. I'll just go right here. Disinfo operation caught in 4K on Reddit and YouTube. This is actually pretty wild. So if you want another smoking gun, I'll update this so we don't lose it. I'll refresh it, make sure it's there. Okay, operation. Disinfo. Reddit, where did it go? I just saved it though. Reddit, okay, there it is. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now we have it there. And now we're gonna go, and this is epic stuff. So I shared this. So right here on Reddit, this person, night number 5882, this original post, and then, so he wrote, he was replying to Metal Miner, said, nope, not at all, buildings 3 and 6 were still standing. The fires later that night were censored, no photos or videos, only one photo exists, seismic readings show giant spikes from 20 miles away. The readings you were talking about was also 21 miles away. Only one person was allowed to talk and report about the seismic activity. Again, it's a bunch of nonsense. Again, the reports were false or censored. Dust and wind in mid-air was not dust at all. That dust was flooring, blowing up. 40% of the people in WTC are still missing. Dr. Judy would never cover that. Why? She worked for the cover bar. This is a weird nonsense. But then this is this guy on Reddit. And then some guy replied to me yeah, so I wrote right here, who copied who? Is this your burner account? I put a screenshot to this YouTube one right here. So this guy right here, 9/11 Truth Now, apparently he's a real person. This guy's billing 3 and 6 were still standing. The fires later in the night were censored. No photos or videos. Only one photo exists. Seismic readings showed giant spikes from 20 miles away. Readings you were talking about, blah blah blah, etc. The Dr. would never cover that. Why? I'm like, it's only the same person. Like, oh, they literally copied and pasted here. And I said, oh well, who copied who? Is this your burner account? So I'm like, what is going on here? This is like what? This is YouTube on my channel. This is a post that Methyl Miner was posting on. And then this guy replied to him. So, like, what in the world's going on, guys? Okay, guys, we've done it. Hey, Mark, the room on YouTube. Interesting. All right, we will discuss that later. All right, so what's the next setup, guys? Okay, so now I'm going to make my chairs taller. All right, guys, I'm making my chair taller. And we're going... All right, see, the next setup is... We'll actually look at some exercises. All right, it's been a while since I looked at the notes of the exercises, so a lot of stuff is going to be new to me. Just going to start standing now. All right. All right, guys. All right, guys. We are doing this now. Okay, this guy, Methaman says you should use a clipboard manager like RSib to review anything you copy and paste. Oh, what do you mean? Well, I put it all in this thing here, but you could use other stuff. I just post a link. Okay, well, I'll have a look at it, but I do like this setup here. It's on the Hive blockchain. And all these notes right here. So again, I can share it, and it's on the blockchain, so I don't need to worry about it getting censored. Unlike any other platform you'll use. This is again, I use this. Main thing is non-censorship resistant, also, and the convenience as well. But main thing, non-censorship, because I do want to keep these notes forever. And another cool thing is, see these notes right here that I have? So if you go to my community on here, you can literally search them. You can search the whole blockchain for any notes. For example, it says all the notes I have on here. These are other stuff here, but I can search whatever I want. So for example, I'll search mystery, and this is on the blockchain, guys. Again, I can't stress this enough. That was personal computer. Yeah, that could be. But I use I use OneNote for everything. But I have some Epic stuff that I use. But I pay for Microsoft Office. But this is yes. If you search mystery, you see all the stuff here, and you can click any one of these, and then you can see all of the notes right there. So mystery flashes on 9/11. See what this was is this one here. Mystery. So you have everything copied in the recent time frame. Okay, yeah. I'm just wondering, like, what's the? Yeah, I'll have a look at it, but I don't know why is that brought up. Because what I was looking for, because I put it on here, but on this thing, I didn't refresh it when or I just forgot it. Anyways, guys, enough mumbo jumbo. But yeah, send me the link, and I will have a look at it as we go. See, this is JoJo Soft. This thing here, let's see what this is. Freeware clipboard manager. Let's see how this looks. Alright, guys, let's get back into the show. Alright, just make it bigger images. Okay, that's cool. So you can keep track of all your copy and paste. Okay, that's cool stuff. Thanks for that. And let's see what here. 5 minutes this is. Aviation impossible to explain to physics. Yeah, we'll have a look at it soon. I just want to get to the stuff because I don't want to push it even further than I already did. We already did a whole rain check on this. All right, guys. Let's see right here. All right, so let's go back to the beginning and then continue further. I'm almost gonna start eating some stuff. Actually, yeah. What I'll do is I'll play this video and then I'll eat some food. All right, guys. I'm gonna play. Where's this one right here? Rumble. Have a great one, Timothy Sol. This is the one this is that Chandler one I played. I'll play some of it while this is that Chandler guy, the non-seismologist. I'll play it while I just chill for a bit.
They would do.
I'm not sure which physics you're looking at, but the way it works is it's the hardness of the material, or the reason the bullet goes through it. Yeah, or density or whatnot. Just the overall strength of the material. It's hard. The bullet goes through weaker things. So if you're, for example, a fly,
if you're driving and a fly hits the windshield, the fly's not going through the windshield. Doesn't matter how fast the fly's going.
The windshield goes through the fly.
Yeah, the windshield goes through the fly, yeah. So it doesn't matter how fast your little fly is going, right?
Yeah, but that's what is supposed to happen. It's all relative. And the other point is, a bullet, if you were to shoot at the same steel beams, it's not going to go through. Because first of all, they're not as strong as steel beams. And also, military does not use aluminum bullets for a reason. Even though they travel way faster than a plane. And that's why that's why they have bunker buster missiles. Even
lead is a soft metal and it can penetrate steel.
Yeah, it's soft, it's dense, and it's like very, very like it's not fragile in any way. It's not gonna rip apart. It will rip apart anything else. Had to leave a live audience. Great show. Yeah, have a great one, Timothy Sullivan. And let's go push you down this way. Is this an old Irish ballad? Interesting. Alright, enough of me talking. I'm good to go. But yeah, anyways, it's me, Chandler. You can watch the videos. It's again, I clown these guys. If like, even though it was like 4-on-1, I felt like I kind of internally felt like I was bullying them because it's like I know they're following a script, like so it's like they're just super scared of talking to me. I know. I think they removed the questions period for like their later live streams or later Zoom calls, so. You can't just join in and ask them questions anymore. Alright guys, now we're going to go into the stuff. A lot of this is going to be research because I didn't have time to go through it, so we're going to live research. Alright, see right here. Okay, so rare footage of what appears to be a cloaked drone flying. Yeah, that one, so it's definitely way too fast. So it's object disappear very fast, but again, it was made aware by Chris Burge here, so something, it was shady. Yeah, it's definitely shady. So I don't know what's going on with him. Anyways, MES talking planes, Richard Gage and non-seismologist just went over that. Okay, satellite coverage was second. Oh, there's another thing that was interesting. Satellite coverage, yeah, apparently was the second, yeah, it was like the highest during this quote second plane, if you look at, assume his stuff is real. I have that, I haven't posted it yet, I don't think. Actually, maybe I did. I'll have a look right here. I think I posted it satellite. Okay, yeah, so this one here, so this was from the Boston Island Truth guy, but if you look at his report, he does reference some stuff, but it's hard to, I think someone uses software that you need to like download or something to see it. But anyways, so if someone can see this, okay, so according to disinfo agent Aidan Monaghan from the Boston Island Truth presentation, he stated that the number of GPS and WAAS satellites visible on 9/11 on September 11th were the highest during the first two, quote, plane strikes. The satellites were also positioned to have the lowest geometric dilution of precision, GDOP or DOP. Basically, they were the strongest and most visible, like whatever signal they're doing was the strongest during that time. So this is from that his report, superior GPS service during attacks. Following the deactivation of selective availability, SA measured GPS positional quality is most affected by GPS satellite geometric strength, represented by a numerical measure known as geometric dilution of precision. GDOP, right here, is a GPS term in geomatics engineering to describe the geometric strength of satellite configuration on GPS accuracy. The greater the number of satellites, the better the value of GDOP. During the 15-minute period of the aircraft impact of American Airlines Flight 11 and United Airlines Flight 175, 14 GPS and /WAAS satellites were visible from the latitude, longitude coordinates of the WTC, right there, with American Airlines Flight 11 and Flight 175 both departing 15 minutes later than scheduled. Each flight would then conceivably have been present at the WTC within 15 minutes or less of the period of maximum GPS. Okay, Paul says the orbits of GPS and WAAS satellites are always the same and do not expect for minor corrections do not change for minor correction for station keeping. Anyways, I'm just reading this one. Let me know what this means. The period of 15 satellite visible GPS WAAS satellites from the coordinates occupied only 14% of the hours between sunrise and sunset on September 11th. It was during this brief period of virtually maximum GPS/WAAS satellite visibility from the WTC that the aircrafts attacked the WTC unfolded. So here is this is apparently he put a link to some software on the website. It's hard to, I think, download it or something. Anyways, I wanted to find this. So visibility, number of satellites visible. This is 6 a.m. all the way to 18, and this in highlighted in purple and red is the time of the. This is the projected period adjusted for 15 minutes late departures. This is the actual. I don't know what they mean by that. So the red one is the actual attack period. And then projected attack period based adjusted for 15 minutes late departures. So I don't know exactly what that means. But anyways, around this time you'll have the around 14 satellites there. The satellite visibility is based only on time. They did not move the satellites around to offer better. That's basically what we're talking about, visibility, right here. So this graph, I just want to check if this is a real graph. And then DOP right here. GPS satellite dilution of position from WTC on December 11. So it was a low period right here, as opposed to this right here. Now, so here's some more stuff here. As the lowest, 1 to 2 is excellent GDOP, and also here's the WAAS, is Wide Area Augmentation System. Okay. Yeah, so right here. This is the augmentation system. Anyways, a bunch of satellite mumbo jumbos, and you can see some more stuff on the dilution thingy. What it means here is if you have too many signals together, you might dilute the signal or something. Let's see what it says right here. Okay, understanding dilution of precision with an example. In A, someone has measured the distance to 2 landmarks. So here's A, someone measured the distance to 2 landmarks, 1 and 2, and then and plotted their point as the intersection of 2 circles with the measured radius. In B, the measurement has some error bounds, and their true location will lie anywhere in the green area. Interesting. So this area is their true location anywhere in the green area. Man, how come nobody knows how to teach? What in the world? In C, the measurement error is the same, but the error on their position has grown considerably due to the arrangement of the landmarks. So if this, so you have the signal right here from C, and you measuring it. Oh, actually, it's from. Someone has measured distance to 2 landmarks. So how are they measuring it? And then this signal, and the plot of their point is intersection of 2 circles with the measured radius. Okay, 2 circles with the measured radius. Interesting. Anyways, I gotta figure that out. I'll have to wrap my head around that. Anyway, so I just wanted to bring that up. So the signal was apparently stronger that time, and it says satellite. Let's put the link there. All right, Richard Gage also make a debunking video of Richard Gage and them, but again, they debunk themselves by them breathing. All right, summary of Mark Conlin's work right here. Okay, so now I'm going to start going over some of the stuff. So summary of Mark Conlin's work. We're going to go through this rapidly and see what we come across. And again, a lot of stuff I haven't deep dive too much, but it's going to be pretty epic. Okay, so then next setup right here. Please arm yourself with this official information about the 4 alleged planes. This is a summary from Mark Conlin of the 4 quote alleged planes. Or I think the other one should be alleged. The quotations. The plane should be quotations. All right, I gotta mute. There's some sound going on. Anyways, so we have 40 people on the stream. Let's go. So please arm yourself with this right here. So no ELTs for any of the planes were registered. All right. So there was some ELTs heard, but none at the exact time of impact, and none of them were registered as occurring from any of one of these objects. So American Airlines Flight 11 North Tower AA911 had no emergency locator transmission ELT at the time of the crash into the North Tower. An ELT was reported by the pilot of US 583 to Air Traffic Control ATC at 8:44 a.m., which is 2 minutes before AA11 allegedly crashed at 8:46. So nothing at 8:46. However, the ELT signal could not have originated from AA911 because it is not possible to manually activate an ELT in Boeing 767s, as stated by Paul Thumser, an experienced ex-pilot who was interviewed for the 9/11 Commission investigation. So he literally said that in the declassified documents, that you cannot manually do it. And also, the alleged hijackers of the red bandanas are not going to go and turn on the ELT somehow. All right. The lack of an ELT for AA11 is also relevant because AA11 was reported as still being airborne after after 9 a.m. on the NORAD communication recordings. All right. All right. So Paul Elvis says WAAS is a system that offers resolution enhancement for GPS system. Interesting. Oh, those blackberries got in my throat. All right. See, that's Life Bananas. You know who's in the house? All right. Good evening. Let's go. Let me just drink it down. Hey, who's messaging me, man? Okay, mute. Okay, mute tabs. All right, let me just close some stuff on my phone. All right, let's go further. All right, Carol's in the house. Let's go. And yeah, we have a lot of salt going on in the comments. All right, going further. This summary's pretty good. If we only had links to it, that'd be next level. Because like I would add links, so everything is easy to verify. We'll just put all the evidence at the same place. So the lack of an ELT for A11 is also relevant because A11 was reported as still being airborne after 9 a.m. on the NORAD communication recording, so there would be no ELT. It was stated in the recording that A11 heading, in the recording it says that A11 heading towards Washington. The latitude and longitude covered, was aloft. I believe they were referencing primary target area, and that thus must be referencing different airplane. Well, they mentioned that actual thing. So right here, the latitude and longitude coordinate given for A11 shows it was 5.7 miles past the North Tower. It was also confirmed to be A11 because A11's tail number was given for this plane. So again, Paul was saying it's a different plane, but the tail number is there, and common sense says it's obviously A11 because those didn't crash into the towers. United Airlines Flight 175 South Tower. So we were told UA 175 took off at 8:14 a.m. in the official narrative. However, the Bureau of Transportation Statistics (BTS) showed that UA 175 took off at 8:23 a.m. Again, as with A11, there were no ELT activation at the time of the crash at 9:03 a.m. However, the same pilot of US 583 who reported the previous ELT also reported at 8:58 a.m., which is 4 minutes too early for it to be UA 175, which allegedly crashed at 9:03 a.m. So again, there was no ELT on it. There was one before at 8:58, but none at 9:03. So again, it's probably a war exercise game where they're trying to set it up at the exact same time. Paul says, "Oh, never mind, I am wrong." Interesting. Yeah, so the tail number was literally on it. They said the tail number. I do remember reading that. And also all the ELTs. Again, the ELTs. The fact that there's like one nearby could possibly signal a military exercise turning it on at roughly the same time, and then realize nobody's going to double check, and those that do won't even be believed. All right, because all you do is throw a red bandana and a passport, and now you can invade Iraq. All right. The pilot reported he had heard another faint ELT. However, as with A11 being a Boeing 767 aircraft, UA-175 is also a Boeing 767 aircraft, which are unable to have ELT manually activated by the pilot. How was the town number verified? Interesting. Anyways, these are questions asked Mark Connell when he's on the show. How's tail number? They literally said it. They literally said, "Hey, this is the tail number," and they blurted out in their recording. They literally say it. All right, and then I think we also covered this. This is the one that's still flying. So if you Google quickly, AA11 tail number still flying, and then there's a court lawsuit. Yeah. I think we emailed you this about as well. You really brought it up. Let's say Flight 11 airborne radar court lawsuit. Okay, yeah, this thing doesn't have Google anymore. Google has more mainstream stuff. Whoops. Google Maps. Let's just go to Google. My goodness. there's another one. News. Flight 11 still airborne. I wrote this one before. I'll find this in Flight 11. Airborne. Yeah, here's the email I looked at here. Where's the Flight 11? Because he asked me for it as well. And then I think this was in the, I think Paul is in this as well. Airborne. Okay, what is going on here? I could have sworn I gotta post that there then. Anyways, so Flight 11 still airborne after 9/11 crash. Like it's like they just like wipe it off the internet. Flight 11 crash. I think I'm gonna do a quick search on my Telegram. This is very important. Okay, Flight 11. Check out. And then what was it called? Airborne. How do you spell airborne? Okay, so it might be in this one right here. So we're doing live research. I just don't know why is this not showing. Okay. Where is it? Okay, I'll have a look at it soon. I cannot believe it's not anywhere like searchable. Well, just 1 second. I'll muted. Oh, so yes, yeah, I'm just like really frustrated right now. Where is that thingy? Flight 11. Yeah, Mark. Good thing you're in a house there. 9/11 planes research was announced. Can you send me that article that I sent and I just can't find it anymore? The one where the families were suing, wondering why the person said that the thing was still airborne. NORAD Flight 11 was. Yeah, once I get talking, I'll look at the chat. That is true. Flight 11 airborne. Airborne. Like I don't understand. Where is this airborne thingy? Flight 11. Let's go. Paul. I think it was one of the emails we did. Yeah. This might be in this one here. The giant thingy. Okay, we gotta find it. Still in air, not airborne. Or yeah, you're right. Maybe something like that. We have to find this. Apologies for the stream off topic, but I gotta find this. Flight 11 still in air. Okay. 9/11. Court martial. Like, where is this? Yeah, you were in the email, Paul. It was between us. Court martial. Where is it? Like, I just don't understand. Why was Flight 11 still in the air? 9/11 radar. Okay. Weird to remember. Like, where am I? Did I just like? Anyways, can you help search this, Norman? Plane physics. No, but it wasn't in this. It was in that other thingy. Let's see. Flight 11. Yeah, I need to find this, guys. I literally need to find this. I don't care. Air, still in air. No, that's not what it was. It was that. It was still in air. Okay, let's see what it was. I cannot believe I can't find this. Where is it? Flight 11. I'll just put Levis in here. Flight 11. It's possible plane. I think this was a giant one right here. Yeah, I think this is. No, that's not this one. Where's the Flight 11? Alright, I don't understand where it could go. Sorry guys, I am losing my mind right now. Flight 11, where did it go? Why? I'll just not Google Flight 11. Flight 11. No hijackers. Okay. Yeah, there it is. I finally found it. My goodness, airborne. Okay, there it is. I cannot believe it took this long. Flight 11. We found it, guys. Okay, there it is. So here, there's even a news story about this Flight 11. So 9/11 tapes expose flaws in military. Yeah, Mark says, yeah, it was an article there. It was literally in our email. It was literally there. There's Paul. Yeah, this is to Paul and Mark Collin. And yeah, this one right here. And then it says, members and staff of the 9/11 Commission believe the discrepancies may have been part of a deliberate effort to mislead. So they really thought it was being misled. Again, as a military exercise. They discussed asking the justice to consider criminal charges against senior members of the military. Source told the Washington Post. Thomas Keane, the former, yeah, it was go. Let's go here. Just read this and then we'll read it back afterwards. Okay, Thomas Keane, the former New Jersey governor who led the commission, described what his panel had been told by the North American Aerospace Defense Command as just so far from the truth. To this day, he said commission members still don't know why NORAD told us what they told us. John Farmer, a senior counsel of the commission, told Vanity Fair that the military story was a whole different order of magnitude than spin. It simply wasn't true. And this goes right here. He's down right here. NORAD chiefs believed that the American Flight 11 had fallen beneath the radar and was headed to the U.S. Capitol, even though it had already crashed in the World Trade Center. A crucial part of the problem, one civilian manager said, was that the American Airlines refused to confirm for several hours that its Flight 11 had hit the building. American Airlines is still airborne. Yeah, that's okay. American Airlines, yeah, I told you, it's still airborne, not in air. 11, the first guy. And then, in the end, the 9/11 Commission did not refer the NORAD officials to the Justice Department, but passed the matter to Inspector Generals of the Pentagon and Transportation Departments, who act as government watchdogs. Both departments said reports were forthcoming, and again, nothing happened. So there it is, literally, and it took me that long to find it. I Google it, it's not showing up. Like, it's not Flight 11 airborne is literally what this is about. Let's see if Flight 11's in there. Flight 11. Okay, so Flight 11 is included in this article, and airborne. Airborne is included, but you can't Google this. Okay, Maximus says bye, y'all. Bye? You gotta say hi. Aluminum tubes can't cut through steel. Yeah, that's obvious. Yeah, we already know that. We're just doing some other stuff, like what happened to the alleged aircraft and so on. So we're doing like deep dive. Alright guys, so that's epic. Yeah. Anyways, Max, you're talking. You're talking to the choir. We already know this. Paul Lovelace may not, so you may need to email him. Okay, so literally just finding flight 11 and airborne is not showing up. Let's go flight. I'm gonna do it again. Flight 11 and then airborne. Like how? Oh, airborne together. I think I did it together. Flight 11 and airborne, and let's go to news. This is on pre-search. Do double check again. Okay, so they literally don't have it there. 9/11 tapes expose flaws in military testimonies. Chief's testimony, and I archive it just in case, and then go to google.com. All right. Yeah. Oh, U.S. military response. It's like. Yeah, okay, it's on Wikipedia. The FAA mistakenly thought Flight 11 was still possibly airborne. So they literally thought it was still airborne. Okay, and it's literally on Wiki. The FAA mistakenly thought Flight 11 was still airborne, in part because American Airlines did not confirm that they had lost contact until sometime after. Nor timelines show that the fighters blah blah blah. Anyways, that's a cover. And then again, the families and the commission wanted to literally sue the whole military. It's like, so top brass misled attack inquiry transcripts show fighter jets wasted time in pursuit of ghost plane. They're really telling you what it was. So we got ghost planes going on. All right, guys. See how many hours we've gone into the stream, and then half of it was me searching for that Flight 11, and that's kind of I have a hard head sometimes. I'll go in non-stop until I find it. All right, guys. We peaked at 45 people. Let's try to pump it up again, guys, and get back in the stream, and let's go in. All right, guys. We are in the show there. Next setup here. Okay, summary of Mark's work. Let's continue reading it. So we confirmed Flight 11. They thought it was airborne. Again, things like this don't happen. I'll say you go see another crash. They're not going to be like, oh, this random crash actually had like 4 different planes with the same tail number flying around. All right, United Airlines Flight 175. We went over that. The pilot reported. Oh yeah, we'll read this. Flight 11, Flight 175 right now. So we were told UA 175 took off at 8:14 a.m. In the official narrative. However, the Bureau of Transportation Statistics (BTS) show that the UA 175 took off at 8:23. So you got literally what is that? 9 minutes later. Again, as with AA11, there was no ELT activated at the time of the crash at 9:03 a.m. However, the same pilot of US 583 who reported the previous ELT is the one who reported. Well, he's the same guy who reported this ELT. The early one there is the same guy that reported another ELT at the time. He reported it at 8:58 a.m., which is 4 minutes too early. This is when they verified tail number. Okay, he's sent a link there. Okay, thanks for this. I will watch this in a bit. Also reported at 8:58 a.m., which is 4 minutes too early for it to be UA 175, which allegedly crashed at 9:03 a.m. The pilot reported he had heard another faint ELT. However, as with AE11 being a Boeing 767 aircraft, UA 175 is also a Boeing 767 aircraft, which are unable to have the ELT manually activated by the pilot. Plus, would we truly believe that the suicide attackers would activate the ELT? UA 175 had several aircraft communications, addressing and reporting systems, ACARS messages sent to the plane, which were received by the plane. The ground station locations to which the ACARS messages were sent from show that the plane was over Pittsburgh and Harrisburg, which is nowhere near New York, near the time of the crash at 9:03 a.m. This proves that UA 175 was still airborne. This shows the plane did not make a turn and head back towards the South Tower. An even more anomalous piece of evidence to show UA 175 still airborne long after the alleged crash was captured on MSNBC News at 10:25 a.m., where Flight Explorer, a real-time software program which operates in real time with the FAA, showed UA 175 flying over Connecticut. Just to add, UA 175 appeared to be flying in the direction back to Boston Logan Airport. And also American Airlines Flight 77. We'll get to that in a bit there. And this is right here. Okay, so I'll watch that video right here. This is the email thread, and I'll keep this here. All right, so we'll play this right here. Let's see. I think it's at this part. unmute. I think.
November 334 Alpha Alpha.
When did he say they? Okay, I think this is what he says. It. Yeah. Okay, let's go back.
This guy right now. We do have a tail number. It's a. Oh, it's what was the tail number?
November 334 Alpha Alpha.
November 334 Alpha Alpha.
Okay, November 3344 Alpha Alpha. So N334 AA. So N334 AA. So that's flight 11. All right. So there's the guy saying it. So they literally say the tail number. So that's irrefutable in my humble opinion. Did I make a flight 11 right here? Flight 11. Did I even put there? I thought I made one. I thought airborne. No. So I don't have one. Okay, I gotta post that. This is ridiculous. It's on my. Okay. So and also about that flight 11 stuff. I posted these right here I got it from 9/11 Revisionist. This is a further evidence of again a lot of stuff going on 9/11. Okay, that's summary. Let's continue. This is flight 77. Okay, I'll read flight 77 soon. I'm gonna play this one right here. So that was epic stuff. Thanks, Mark. And I'll get to the rest of the summary right here once. And this is also plane physics. This is the email I sent to Paul Lovelace. Is taking over the game. All right, this is a Fox News report on 9/11. States that none of the 3 alleged hijacked planes, Flight 11, 77, or 175, bound for LAX International Airport had their flight numbers on the arrivals board. There was also no people waiting for the alleged passengers. Play this one. And so, you had 3 of the alleged hijackings going to the same location, LAX International. So you would have at least suspect a lot of people there. You should play the new angle of the collapse. It wasn't a collapse. The new angle of the dustification. I think we played that before. Yeah, I'll play it. I'll have a look at it in a bit. Anyways, we'll play this right here. And again, in this channel, we don't say collapse. We say turn to dust, or fell into dust, or dustification, or. Let's go unmute side. Let's play this. Okay, so it's this is.
Jack, we're bound. We want to take you out to Los Angeles now. A couple of the planes that were hijacked were bound for Los Angeles. John Dupree, our correspondent there, has some late-breaking information for us. John?
John, the ripple effect of this disaster felt clear out here on the West Coast. 3 of the planes which crashed today were bound for Los Angeles International Airport, where you find me now. American flight number 11 with 92 people on board, American flight number 77 with 64 people on board, and United flight number 175 with 65 people on board, which may have crashed into the Pentagon. All bound for Los Angeles International Airport. Their numbers were not even on the arrivals board here. No one had begun to come here to pick up passengers arriving from those two cities.
All right. So you heard that right there. Tail numbers weren't even on the register thingy, on the arrivals board, and there were no people waiting for passengers. And allegedly, there's a lot of passengers. 65 in one plane. That's still a lot of passengers there. So nobody's there to even standing around there waiting for them.
People on board, which may have flight number 175 with 65 people on board, with 64 people on board, and number 77, 92 people on board, American flight number 11 with 9.
So flight 11 had 92 people.
92 people on board, American flight number 77 with 64 people.
So 64 in flight 77, that's the Pentagon one, and then 65 in the 175. So let's see the numbers. What do those all add up to? So 92 plus 65, and then plus 64? Was that what he said? And then what does this add up to? 221. Let's do that again.
People on board, and
Whoops.
We want to take you out to Los Angeles.
On board, American flight number 77, 11 with 92 people on board, American flight number 77 with 64 people on board, and United flight number 175 with 65 people.
All right, so 92, 65, 64. Interesting. 221. All right, and these, this is a very, very interesting 221 people. So 222 people, not a single family member or friend waiting at the airport, and all 3 flight numbers were off. So it's like, well, we'll see what the mainstream narrative of that would be. And again, there's also another video. This one also saying there's no one there.
Being focused out.
Having to be held downstairs on the department view.
Well, at least you can't help but think as you stand there that that flight out of Boston would have been arriving
about
here at LAX somewhere around now.
Right now.
That's what we were thinking, around 9 o'clock, and so
what kind of notification did they put up on the board about that flight?
I don't know if we can get you inside to see. You want to go back this way? It's
Well,
just
that's
basically,
okay.
it just basically
Yeah.
all it says is canceled, canceled, canceled.
Yeah.
And we're just seeing, all of a sudden we watched as the monitors all started turning red with the word canceled on it.
And what about flights in the air? How many more are expected in? I assume there's still flights that are going to be landing.
No one's been able to speak to us as to that. As you just see, that's a bomb detection K9 unit that just drove by. They definitely are on high alert here
Lisa,
at LAX.
I'm getting word that all international flights have been diverted to Canada. International flights have been diverted to Canada, so that's some of that answer. And there would be a lot of people coming in today for the Latin Grammy Awards.
Grammys, yeah. And, you know, speaking locally, the Inglewood Police, they say that they have a tactical plan in place for tonight's Latin Grammy Awards at the Forum. Officers say the show will go on, so they obviously have some sort of a tactical plan that they're going to execute.
I'm just keeping my eye out to see if there's anyone else we can talk to for you. Like I said, right now, basically, we have mostly television crews up here.
Yeah, mostly television crews going there again, the crews are going there to see if there's anyone there to talk to. And there is 221 people, alleged passengers, that would have at least lots of people there. And also, if just to put in my shoes, if I had a family member in one of the planes and that were arriving, I would still go to the airport knowing there's going to be a whole bunch of coverage there, and just to give my condolences or at least talk right to the media. Because and these guys are all as shook as even the hospital people when they're waiting for all the injured, and sadly most of them people turn to dust. So they're wondering what's going on here.
They've done a pretty good job of clearing things out here on the top deck of the American Airlines.
All right, Lisa, thank you. We will get back to you a little bit later on.
American Airlines says they're going to have a statement at 11:30 Eastern Time, so
8:30.
about half hour our time.
You know,
the hijack plan.
there is a lot of confusion, as there will be. Everything is sketchy as you look at the shot of New York City of Manhattan.
All right, so that is, again, this is pretty much unraveling what in the world's going on there. Yeah, at the time you could actually go to the gate and wait. Hard to believe, though, it wasn't someone waiting. Yeah, and this was before 9/11. So, this was before the security stuff. So you can literally walk in there. Now you have to go through security checks and so on before you can literally just walk to the gate and see what's up. And then they have to, obviously, 9/11 was mainly, turn it to a whole security state. And everywhere you go, you need to take your pants off and take your belt off. Like, oh, you might hijack 4 planes with a belt. All right, guys. So that's epic stuff we're getting involved in. And what I want to do is I want to go through passenger by passenger eventually, put on a telegram and go through them all and get a lot of info from Mark's work. And we will get to some of that in a bit. But let's see what I also had waiting here. Oh yeah, let's continue on the summary. So he says, please arm yourself with this right here. Also, this is, please arm yourself with official information about the alleged planes. And this is an interesting quote right here. Please arm yourself. I actually made a pretty good, I took a photo from online, and I had it for my timer. MES timer. If you go to timer, for some reason I was doing an inspirational quote right here, just trying to get clickbait stuff, but I made a pretty good one. So guys, knowledge is a powerful weapon. Arm yourself with it, guys. So arm yourself. This is an absolutely epic photo right here. So arm yourself with knowledge. You got some bullets in there, and there's a paintbrush. All right, guys. So that's epic right there. Let's continue on the arming ourselves. So American Airlines Flight 77, Pentagon. This was also flying to the LAX. That was interesting. The DCC radar evidence that was released under the Freedom of Information Act, FOIA, shows that AA77 did not turn around on the flight, turn on the Kentucky and Ohio border as we were told, but continued in its flight path and and flew over Missouri and St. Louis Airport towards Kansas before turning around and heading back to Missouri before disappearing off radar. Possible landing at St. Louis Airport. There was no ELT activated at the time of the crash. This shows that the AA-77 was nowhere near the Pentagon at the time of the quote alleged crash, but was still airborne. Again, AA-77 was still in the air. This would explain the lack of an ELT. And then UA Flight 93, the Shanksville one, we were told that UA-93 took off at 8:42 a.m. However, the BTS said that UA-93 is taking off at 8:28. So now you got 14 minutes before. 14 minutes before that. Official evidence also shows that UA-93 was still airborne according to ACAR's messaging, which shows through the radar ground stations that UA-93 was flying over Champaign, Illinois, near Chicago, which is well over 500 miles away from Pittsburgh. There's also corroborated. This is also corroborated by Colonel Marr, who said UA-93 was circling over Chicago. Another strange anomaly is that the air traffic control's last coordinates placed UA-93 15 miles past the crash site in Shanksville, PA, proving that it could not have crashed at the site. So 15 miles past crash site, that's the last coordinates were there. Also, how could UA-93 be over Champaign, Illinois, and be 15 miles past the crash site? Which shows the plane in two different locations. To add, UA-93 did activate an ELT at the time of crash. Did not. This is a typo right here, Mark. Which should have been the case, yet again, lending more weight that UA-93 did not crash in Shanksville, PA. According to Lynn Justice on communication recordings, UA-93 was flashing over Haggardstown, which is 67 miles past the crash site in Shanksville, PA. And to lend even more weight to UA-93, still airborne, and where it was heading, UA-93 was shown on Flight Aware as having landed at Reagan National Airport 10:28 a.m. So this was shown on Flight Aware landing there. According to the Commission investigation files, UA-93 requested a flight to Haggardstown, which was changed to Reagan National Airport. According to many mainstream media sources, UA-93 filed a new flight plan from the plane. From the plane with its destination to Reagan National Airport, with an estimated time arrival at 10:28 a.m. And that's when the second building, the North Tower fell around there. The 9/11 Commission tried to play down the change of flight plan, but it was widely reported and contradicted in the 9/11 Commission investigation files, saying an attempt was made by the hijackers to change the flight plan, but failed. So not only are they somehow taking over a plane with box cutters and red bandanas and fake passports, they were also changing turning the ELT on before the crash, and they were changing the flight plan for some strange reason, but failed because the alleged hijackers radioed the wrong sector, which was out of range. Lynn Justice also claims she pushed through the Reagan National Airport flight plan as a quote best guess. But how did Linda Justice know she was tracking UA-93? Because there would not have been a data block to identify UA-93. Justice's account is contradictory because she also said UA-93 was flashing over Haggardstown. The question is, how did she know it was UA-93 if its transponder was switched off? Plus, Haggardstown is 67 miles past the crash site in Shanksville, PA, as we can learn from much of the official evidence. None of the four planes crashed the named targets on 9/11. As confirmed by NTSB final report, none of the four planes activated an ELT, meaning the evidence is conclusive. None of the planes crashed on 9/11. Interesting. Definitely is like that. Finally, the seismic data for the Pentagon and Shanksville, PA also proves this, along with strange anomalous seismic readings for both WTC towers, along with fluctuations in the Earth's magnetic field at all four plane events on 9/11. This one I gotta do a deep dive on that eventually as well. Simply put, neither plane crashes nor missiles caused Earth's magnetic field to fluctuate. Something else did. Information supplied by Mark Collin, 9/11 planes research. This is absolutely epic stuff right here. So that is that. That's some good summary. Again, Mark, if you can add links to all those, it just makes things a lot easier. Two Flight 1193 Shanksville planes. This is part of that summary there. So did Mark Bingman board United 93? So again, make sure to read Mark Collins' Substack. It's got everything and more. It is admitted in the 9/11 Commission investigation files that Mark Bingman was not assigned a seat number on board United 93. So this was an alleged passenger. right here. Yeah, so it says this was a declassified document. A review. It's hard to read it here. Why can't I just expand it? Okay, I'll open it, new tab, and do some zoom in. A review of Flight 93 manifest revealed there was no seat assignment for passenger Mark K. Bingman. A review of the interview of his mother, Alice Ann Hoagland, a UAL flight attendant. So his mother was flight attendant. Revealed Bingman was traveling on an employee pass, and maybe the cause of the missing seat information. So they're saying so his mom was an actual flight attendant. That's interesting. A United Airlines flight attendant. And he was flying with the employee palace, which she says. Source: any report prepared by the right here. Source: any report prepared by the Chicago field that analyzed the load patterns on United Airlines flights 175 and 93. Response request 35-2. Confirmation of this damning evidence of Mark Bingman not being assigned a seat number on UA 93 is contained in the early version of the United 93's flight manifest, which also does not have Mark Bingman's name listed as a passenger aboard this flight. This obviously posed a major problem for the official narrative. Later released of the flight manifest mysteriously included Mark Bingman's name. Interesting. So another thing is, it's like when you have a out of the ordinary event, you're gonna have out of the ordinary scenarios like this. Like guys, flight number's missing. Like check any plane in like all of America and just check every passenger. Almost certainly you're going to have every single one being assigned. You're not going to have a random person going there that doesn't have it. There's no like random coincidence that they're using an employee pass or whatnot. They're going to give their stuff and show it. Almost 99.9% chance. So it's like the 1% chance has to be the 9/11 plane. Like what Alice Hoagland, Mark Bingman's mother, tried to explain to the 9/11 Commission investigation. This is Bingman right here. Where's I think does it show up in here? Let's see. This is it. Mark Bing. So where's Bingman? So there's nothing in here. Bing, B-I-N. Yes, Bingman's not in this. There. Yeah, so it's not in that manifest. So Alice Hoagland, Mark Bingman's mother, tried to explain to the 9/11 Commission investigation team that her son may have been using, her United Airlines employee pass, being as Alice Hoagland was a United Airlines flight attendant. Even if this were the case, Mark Bingman still would have been assigned a seat number as he boarded the flight, and this would have been shown on the flight manifest, because a flight manifest would have been handed over to the United Airlines personnel before the flight pushed back from the gate after the plane's door was closed. This begs the question whether or not Mark Bingman's ever boarded United 93. As many people may know, I did a full investigation analysis of this flight, which you can read here. And my analysis indicated from the official telemetry data, there have been at least 2 pieces of official data which showed there was 2 United Airlines listed and in the air and at 2 different locations at the same time. So was Mark Bingman's aboard another United Air 93 flight. This cannot be ruled out to explain this non-existent assignment of a seat number, along with not being listed as a passenger on the flight manifest. Obviously, the 9/11 Commission could never publicly reveal this information to the public, that there were indeed 2 United 93s on 9/11. Perhaps the other United 3 may have been part of a war games hijacking simulation exercises which were taking place on 9/11. And this a lot of his other stuff, independent analysis on Flight 93, albeit for another deep dive. And so that is epic stuff. Let's go continue further, and we're going to get through more exercises as we go through here. So the next one is a Pentagon plane crash exercise. We'll get this one, but before I get to that one, I'm going to go to, this is the frame person. And what I'm going to do is, so this frame right here. So this is the C.C. Lyles. So the alleged Flight 93 Shanksville plane, is the Shanksville one, allegedly the hijackers, the passengers fought back and crashed the plane, allegedly. So on 93, passenger C.C. Lyles is said to have made an airphone call. So airphone is apparently a phone built into the airphone passenger plane. Looks like this into the plane. Airphone was an air-ground radio. Uses radio telephone service developed by MCI founder John D. Gokin and operated under the names Airphone, GTE Airphone, and Verizon Airphone. Airphone allowed passengers to make telephone calls, later including data modem service in flight. So you can do in flight, and the reason is you use this is because regular cell phones don't work. You can go, and this is the thing we should have done last live stream. So when Keith actually had to go on the airport, I think Timmy Sullivan added in the chat saying he should call from the plane, see if it works. And I guarantee you, he won't be able to call. Because I've once I go on the flight, my airplane is pretty much reception's gone instantly. All right, I'm getting a message from Mark Collin right here. Please see this U.S. Department of Transportation hijacking exercise. This is there's another one. This is August 31st, 2001. U.S. Department of Transportation Crisis Management Center drilled hijack simulated cell phone calls. Can you send the link? You have the link. Okay, this is from Mark Conlon right here. I'll open this new tab and go back into here. Okay, so I'm gonna play this, guys. If you can find a link, the military exercise. This is the one where it's like I think we pretty much captured a real life link here. So, anyways, so the mainstream narrative is that she was calling from an airphone, and said to made an air phone call at 9:47 a.m. But her husband clearly says the caller ID says it was a cell phone call, which he viewed as impossible. So even her husband thought it was impossible. In the recording, CC states, "Listen carefully," and ends with quote, "It's a frame and sorry." Again, it pretty much says it's a frame. And note the lack of background noise inside of a real plane. Yeah, note the lack of background noise inside a real plane. There also appears to be several background whispers saying, "You have no time left." You got to hear this very, very carefully to see that. And hang up at 34, 26 and 34. Could CC have been inside a military exercise gone rogue? So that's a very interesting one here. So here is 93 one. And here, listen to her talking. So then the mainstream narrative says she's talking from a GTE airphone, but her husband literally says it's a cell phone, and the caller ID says her cell phone number. Okay, please see your Telegram. Send you something very important. What you're talking about? Yeah, definitely. Yeah. We'll get to the cell phone there, and also if you can send a link to that. I want to see. I want the document. It's epic.
Tuesday, 9:47 a.m.
Hi, baby. Baby, you have to listen to me carefully. I'm on a plane that's been hijacked. I'm on the plane. I'm calling from the plane. I want to tell you I love you. Please tell my children that I love them very much. And I'm so sorry, babe. I don't know what to say. There's 3 guys. They've hijacked the plane. I'm trying to be calm. We're turned around.
Yeah, this one right here, it says you have no time left. I'll play it after.
And I've heard that there's planes that's been flown into the World Trade Center. I hope to be able to see your face again, baby. I love you. Bye.
End of message.
Yeah, so if you go to 26 and 34, first of all, there's no background noise of an actual plane. You go to any real plane, there's literally noise everywhere. And there's like no noise. Let's play this again.
And I'm so sorry, babe. I don't know what to say. There's 3 guys.
Yeah, and if you listen very, very carefully, it says you have no time left.
Hijacked the plane. I'm trying to be calm.
And the hang up one is very, it's pretty obvious. It's 34.
Turned around, and I've heard that there's planes that's been flown into the World Trade Center.
Yeah, this one says like hang up if you listen carefully.
I hope to be able to see your face. I hope to be able to see your face again, baby. I love you. Bye.
Yeah, she says it's a frame and sorry, and also at the beginning she says listen carefully.
Tuesday, 9:47 a.m.
Hi, baby. Baby, you have to listen to me carefully.
Yeah, she says the first thing she says, "Hi, baby. You have to listen to me carefully. All right, you have to listen carefully." And then now the plane administrator says that as well, and yeah, that's epic. And now if you listen to her husband, so remember the mainstream nerve is a GTE phone, but he literally says it was a cell phone. Who was cell phone caller ID?
It was about like 9:30, I guess. It was about like 9:30. I guess that's when the call started. Then I guess I didn't answer the phone until the last time she called, which was I think it was like 9:51 or something to that. It was towards almost close to 10 o'clock by that time. And then that's when I get the phone call from her, and I actually had a chance to speak with her. And I'm waking up out of a sleep, and she just saying, "Babe, listen." And I'm like, "I'm listening." And she said, my plane has been hijacked. And I said, stop playing, because I'm just waking up. You thinking that but she ain't never, she said, I've never played with you like that. She said, listen to me. And I heard the fear in her voice. I heard the fear. I heard the desperation in her voice to get out what she had to say. And she said, my plane has been hijacked. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going to happen. But, all I know is this, I love you. And she said, I love you. Tell my boys I love them. I don't know if I'm going to see you guys again. And I'm like, at this point, my heart is like beating. I'm like, am I dreaming? Am I sleeping? I didn't know whether I was still dreaming or what. I didn't know whether it was real or what. But I'm listening. So at that point, I stopped. I said, okay, well, let's pray. So we prayed. And then she told me that, she said, well, we're getting ready to go to the cockpit. And I'm like, I'm trying to figure out what she's saying. I hear people in the background screaming, and I hear some bamming. And she said, okay, it's getting ready to happen. It's getting ready to happen. And then we got disconnected. And then that was the last time I spoke to her. Then once the phone got disconnected, then I sat up in the bed because I did all this laying down. I sat up in the bed it was like I just woke up. I'm like, was that a real call? So I looked at the caller ID and noticed that it was a call, and it was from her cell phone. And I'm like, okay, wait a minute. How can she call me from on the plane from a cell phone? Because cell phones don't work on the plane. That's what I'm thinking.
All right. So I got the caller ID from cell phone, and he even questions if it's a real call. That's an interesting setup. And they did a prayer together. So they did all that, and she called multiple times, and then before he finally picked up. And again, he said he heard noises and people in the background. But the thing is, it's like, what, they're just letting them call whoever? So that's very, very interesting. And again, cell phone call, not GTE phone. And also, Mark says, now that Plains research says, Cece was an ex-cop. She was smart, and she was being very clever to say, listen carefully. That is true. And she says it's a frame. So it has to be an ex-cop. And Mark says that he spoke with a flight attendant in 2016 who knew Cece. So she was an ex-cop. And then the frame part, yeah, definitely it all matches up. Okay, this is a comprehensive list of exercises, and I'll download this right here and open it. I will go to War Games. This is from Mark Conlon himself. So this is the drills on 9/11, and I want to find where this is. This is epic. All right, so this is the 46 drills, operations, war games and activities of 9/11. Okay, this is going to be up. I'm going to see if there's an actual link online to show all this, and I'll play this right here. Whoops, not PDF. PDF. It's got to be a, I will put this one here. Why is it searching images? Just search this thing all. Yeah, okay, there's what to know. Summary of Tarpley's, this one right here. NW at 9/11, and this is all there. Where's the PDF? Okay, this is the Tarpley right here. Okay, Mark Collins sent me a bunch of, okay, so there's a link right here. And I'll put this link, I like this one here. And I'll do, put it at the end. Summary of 46 exercises around 9/11. This one, and I'll put this link here. And this is some bombshell stuff, guys. And I'll put a link right here. And I will make sure to update that. Okay, so that's epic right here. I will see if I can cover this up. Yeah, okay, cover that up. And I want to go to the cell phone. So yeah, on August 31st, U.S. Department of Transportation Crisis Sector Management Center drilled hijackings, including simulated cell phone calls on U.S. Department of Transportation of a hijacking, actually August 31st, 2021. And I'll read this all as we get to as we continue. Once there's a break, we'll get to that one. Those epic stuff. Okay, so that was Airphone. Yeah, so the Airphone mainstream is literally lying. It's like they don't know that her husband literally says this. The caller ID says it was literally her cell phone. All right, so that was that, and I'll read that soon. And Mark Collins says another stuff. Please see this. Which is important. Yeah, amalgam Virgo. This O2 or air defense, interception, surveillance, and pursuit drill. Delta 757 with real Delta pilots, actors as passengers, FBI as hijackers, deviated from Salt Lake City to Hawaii. Canadian police to hijack DC-9 near Vancouver, BC, right beside my house. What is going on here? Scheduled for June 2002. So, and this was June 2002. But then the other one, the Amalgam Virgo 1. So that was a 2. The 1 was the... Yeah, so we'll get to that one. We'll go over to here. Okay, and I will search Amalgam Virgo. Okay, this one here. This is the one I used for the cover photo. I used the cover photo as this one right here, but I also included this projection there. And then you have this is this flight from like Alaska through all the way to this is a hijack scenario. This is the 2001 one. The Amalgam second one literally has Delta, has fake, has literally real pilot. And then FBI agents as passengers. See the Virgo. Yeah, this is the Virgo 1. So Amalgam Virgo 1, U.S. Canadian multi-agency drill, NORAD, SEADS, Coast Guard, Army, Navy, June 1st to 2nd, 2001. UAV drone launched from rogue freighter in Gulf of Mexico or cruise missile from barge in Atlantic Ocean. Joint-based expeditionary connectivity center, GBECC, mobile radar command center test, Pentagon attack, etc. So include a Pentagon attack as well interesting. Okay, and then that was the first one, and then there's a second one with literally Delta plane. And again, there's at least one Delta plane, or at least look like it, on 9/11. There's 3 around Flight 175, so it's 3. Literally at least 3. Anyways, so that was that. And this is the photo I used from it. And this is the... they literally have Osama bin Laden. They got drones. They got this like weird looking shape there. It's you just can't make this stuff up. Okay, guys. And they hijack this White House scenario at the end. But we'll get to that in a bit. See some other stuff. See what else we have in this setup here. And then we'll continue. I do want to read all those other ones first. So October 24 to 26, 2000, Pentagon plane crash exercise. Okay, I will read that after. I'm going to go over the summary and see what we come across. We're going to go through a summary of all these ones, and this is pretty cool, and see what we find. This is live research. I haven't seen, most of these I haven't seen. So the 46 drills operation... Okay, Tucker says, share this channel, keep the momentum. Nothing is ever over. Godspeed. Yes, definitely. Share this channel, guys. Tell people to come here to learn math and other stuff, and also like the conspiracy stuff. Yeah, those ones more people see because again, it is right in your face and it is important. But also a lot of the technical stuff. So the hidden science one is more subtle because it's like even if you know it, well, then you got to develop the technology. But if you haven't already, make sure to watch my video that I summarized Fractal Woman's work on isopotential lines. So even though if you haven't seen this, even though 9/11 is really big, this is like fundamentals of 9/11. Like, you understand, if you just draw equal magnetic strengths, you can literally explain a lot of so-called paradoxes in mainstream physics. Simply by those shapes. So anyways, if you have not seen it, make sure to watch it. I put all the notes, links on here. You could explain away so much of mainstream science without using weird abstractions such as this right here. I just want to go to the Stern-Erlach experiment. So in mainstream, you're going to deal with quantum mechanics where they say there's electrons of spin up or spin down, etc. But in reality, all it is just a tiny magnet in presence of a big magnet, and this behaviors all literally perfectly aligns there. Anyways, I wanted to bring that up. Because not only get 9/11 bombshell info, but this is subtle stuff that's game-changing, makes everything super easy to understand. And then once you understand that, you can probably... my view is the more science you understand, the easier it is to actually both demonstrate free energy tech, like advanced tech, and also see who is a charlatan online and who's actually showing a real mechanism and not. Anyways, I was sidetracked. Going back in here, let's go here. So between 1991 and 2001, NORAD had a scenario of foreign hijacked airliner crashing into famous U.S. building. All right, that's NORAD between 1991 and 2001. White House, Richard Clark, 1998, terrorist load Learjet with explosive attack Washington, D.C. It's like constantly. And again, this is kind of how I predicted the Trump fake assassination. It's like when they do all this, it's like when people exercise or when athletes exercise for the Olympics. In other words, what it means is they're going to demonstrate that at the Olympics. CC equals 3-3. Interesting. CC Lyles. And also, so when the government is doing exercises, they're going to demonstrate at the Olympics, which is 2001, the new millennium. All right. So again, NORAD, 1999, 2001, hijacked aircraft hit many targets, including WTC, MESSKL. What is that? Is an event where the number of patients and or their care requirements exceed the regular capacities of the 386 expeditionary mass casualty operations, etc. All right, interesting. So mass casualty events hit many targets, including WTC, MASCL, etc. And also going back to the new millennium, so it's always around 2001. So able, danger, DIA, US, SOCOM, LIWA, manipulate Al Qaeda. Literally has Al Qaeda. Data mining, patsy control. What in the world is going on here? These are like each one of these needs a deep dive in it. Stratus IV DIA, December 1999, 2001, question mark around there. Operate on patsy's out of box, patsy control. And then Door Hop Gale DIA, Department of something. DIA, I'm not sure what this is. Let's see what this is. DIA, Department, Defense Intelligence Agency. All right. Now it's a DIE. It's like diversity, inclusion, and equality or exclusive. Yeah, equality. All right, and this is still secret patsy control. So again, these are like a lot of these were public or declassified. Imagine the ones that are not declassified, like Project Bluebeam, nanobots or something with laser projections inside people's brains. All right, NORAD. So I'm gonna close my phone. All right, see what else we have in this thingy here. Okay. So we got all this, and let's see the next one here. Okay, so Proactive Preemptive Operations Group, PTOG, unknown, stimulating reactions of terrorist patsies control. NORAD needs October 16, 2000, right here, exercise UN headquarters, NYC. Terrorist crashes Federal Express plane into United Nations HQ, NYC. NORAD needs exercise UN HQ, NYC, October 23rd, 2000. Terrorist crashes FedEx plane with WMDs into United Nations headquarters, NYC. Pentagon mask wall exercises. I think I did this one here. Commercial aircraft hits Pentagon, October 24, 28, 2000, right there. And this is the mask wall. I think I did cover this one. Yeah, mask wall. And this is one this is the next one. We might as well do it now. Mass Quell. Yeah, so right here. Oh, mass casualty. Okay, so the Pentagon Mass Casualty Project. They even have a project after this. Codename Pentagon Mass Quell was a contingency exercise that was held in the office of the Secretary of Defense conference room between October 24th and October 26th, 2000. And October 26th is Hillary Clinton's birthday. So that's interesting. The exercise required emergency response teams, members of the Defense Protective Services, and U.S. government officials to conduct emergency simulations in preparation for a possible plane crash into the Pentagon. In the experiment, emergency personnel were required to hold radio and other communications devices to increase their operational readiness for quickly transporting massive casualties from the disaster area to medical centers. Tow trucks were used as miniature models to simulate emergency transport vehicles for victims. The event is historically notable as a plane crash into the Pentagon did occur during the 2001 September 11 attacks. And see some of the photos from this thingy right here. So they have a giant Pentagon model, contingency planning, Pentagon, Mascal, exercise simulates scenarios of preparing for emergencies. Police, fire department personnel contemplate responses during the mass drill. Right there, from Dennis Ryan. There's a plane inside the Pentagon. They're doing some sort of mass ritual with this pentagram or pentagon. The plane crash simulated inside a cardboard courtyard of a surprisingly realistic-looking model Pentagon. This tabletop exercise was designed to help emergency relief personnel better prepare for disasters when they occur, not if. Police and fire department personnel contemplate responses during the mass squall. All right, that was the message area. So that's epic. So again, Event 201, COVID-19. Now you got mass casualty, Pentagon stuff. It's all there. All right, next one right here. FAA drill, December 20th, 2000 scenario: a chartered flight out of Ohio that had turned its transponders off. So like 9/11. Positive force to 2001. NORAD plus a dozen agencies worldwide. April 17th, 2001. Continuity of government. Attacks on transportation. One scenario: terrorist group hijacking commercial airliner and flying it into Pentagon. All right. United Vision, US JFCOM, US CENTCOM, US SOCOM, 40 agencies. May 7th to 24, 2001. Invasion of Afghanistan and Pakistan. Prepared Operation Enduring Freedom, October 2001. So they already prepared to invade Afghanistan and Pakistan and Iraq and everything else before the 9/11 happened. All right, Red X, recognition, evaluation, decision-making exercise, NYC, OEM, FDNY, NYPD, FEMA, FBI, plane crashes and building collapse in New York City, WTC, attack and demolition. Well, like, what is going on? It's May 11th, all right? It's May 11th, it's 6/11, so 9/11 backwards, and 9/11 upside down. So 6 is a 6 month. No, never mind. That's June is 6, and this is 5/11. Close enough. All right, I'm gonna have to go washroom, guys. What I'm gonna do is. Let's go. What is the song? What is that song called? I'm gonna go to YouTube, MES. Oh, a kilometer, meteor. Yeah, I'm gonna play. I'm gonna go washroom as wet my whistle, and I'll be back. And I'll play the Osama one because Osama's gonna show up a lot of times. Let's play Osama.
The FBI also, under the leadership of Louis Freeh, has been looking for Osama bin Laden for years and years and years and years and years and many years. But they can't find him. Some doofus jerk-off reporter with a camera crew waltzes right into his hideout and interviews him. And you know what his budget is? Zip, zilch, nothing. And if you believe it, you are one of the stupidest jerks that ever lived on the face of this earth. And whatever is going to happen, if they're going to blame on Osama bin Laden, don't you even believe it.
So we've never made the case or argued the case that somehow Osama bin Laden was directly involved in 9/11.
They're not looking for him at all.
Osama bin Laden. Of September 11th.
Some breaking news coming into the MSNBC newsroom. A federal judge has approved a request by prosecutors to officially dismiss all criminal charges against Osama bin Laden.
This is CNN breaking news.
This just in, you are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot there. That is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers.
We're blanking dying when asked what was happening and hung up. There was screaming and yelling in the background, and a follow-up call was not answered.
It pulled it down on itself.
Alright, we're back. Let's go. Okay, washroom sounds like something from Canada. Possibly. But anyways, if you saw this right here, it's a lot of people say, because when I bring up bunker buster similarities, and they say, well, what caused the airplane-shaped hole? But I'm saying, if you look closely, I think there's also footage of the second tower as well. A weird formation showing right behind after the impact. So if you look at the impact right here, yeah, and you can see this weird formation that's like this. It's very distinct. It shows up and then it disappears soon. So it's like a very strong reddish color, and then disappears really rapidly, quickly after. There it is. Let's go back. I'm gonna mute this right here. Actually, I do have a compilation. We'll go to the compilation. Compilation disappearing wing. And oh, why is it on Substack? Okay, that's interesting. On YouTube, it's because you can have the. Okay, I'm gonna go to the whole, so you can click on these, and what you could also do is click here, and then scroll here to the timestamps. Yeah, WTC hole being formed. There it is. There's literally a hole being formed. Like, let's go super slow. Let's see, super slow, and let's see what happens. I'm gonna go frame by frame. So there's nothing there. So you can't say, oh, it was the fire, but it's like, I'm like, it just suddenly creates it. So so you can see right here. So after it, so there's the impact. It goes in. So it goes in. Let's see when the explosion is. I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, and so it already explodes. Let's see where's the first reddish flame color? Okay, there's nothing there. There's literally nothing there. All of a sudden, it's going to be a super strong red. Relative. So there's some red there, and now there's a red behind it. Forms after. It's like forms after. Yeah, it's super strong. It's like same color as this now, and then it disappears afterwards. So this is well after this dust cloud, smoke cloud, dust, whatever moves away, and then it's going to disappear, and now it's gone. Now it's like completely gone. All right, and then yeah, so that's some magical stuff there. So that's the hole there. I want to bring that up, and also this again a lot of subtle. This is like as big as 9/11 if you grasp it. Or at least it's like building blocks of 9/11. You understand it. You understand how the whole world can get everything wrong. All right. So that was May 11th. Plane crash in WTC and New York City. WTC attack and demolition. Amalgam Virgo. This is the one I went over. UAV. The drone. Well, actually, we'll show that now. I talked about it. That didn't actually go over it. So Amalgam Virgo. 2001. U.S. Canada multi-agency drill. NORAD seeds. Coast Guard, Army, Navy, June 1 to 2nd, UAV drone launched from Rogue, Fighter in Gulf of Mexico, or cruise missile from barge in Atlantic Ocean, joint-based expeditionary connectivity center. Just want to lower this chair a bit more. Lower this table. All right, so that's good. All right, and then, yeah, so they have an unmanned aerial vehicle flying from there, or cruise missile, The joint, again, this is, I always bring up, it's like the object is like a drone-like, missile-like thingy. But it has characteristics of a bunker buster missile. That's like irrefutable. I mean, if you just look at it, it's literally characteristics of it. Does not mean it is it, but whatever it is has to mimic that. All right, Joint-Based Expeditionary Connectivity Center, JBECC Mobile Radar Command Center, tested Pentagon attack. Interesting. Okay, we'll go back to the Virgo one here. Okay, and then this is the right here. So Operation Amalgam Virgo is a SINSNORAD joint counter-terrorist and field training exercise FTX carried out in Tyndall Air Force Base, Florida on early June 2001. NORAD sponsored the multi-agency planning exercise involving the hypothetical scenario of a cruise missile or UAV launched by a terrorist group. Key military players involved in the exercise also included personnel from the 1st Air Force Battalion, the U.S. National Guard, the U.S. Reserve Forces, and the U.S. Navy. So a lot of big names. What are they even? What's the military for? Like, who are they? It's all of it is just to mind, like, destroy you. Okay, so Amalgam Virgo 1, and there's literally Osama bin Laden there. There's a photo of Osama bin Laden, counterterrorism. Here's some of the stuff on there. Perceived threats. They even have like the world's most dangerous terrorist. There's like a whole documentary on this clown. And then they have there's Kim Jong Un, I think, and there's Saddam Hussein. There's the Stalin or whatever they have, and then they have some drone. This is an advanced drone. It's like they're literally telling you what they're using. Cohen says terrorist threat is real, quote real, and not real. That's a quote real. Defense Secretary William S. Cohen yesterday warned the United States faces a quite real threat of a terrorist, nuclear, chemical, or biological weapon attack on the national soil within 10 years. Joint Vision 2020 document, prepare now for uncertain future. So it's called 2020 in 2000, and you got two big psyops, 2001 and 2020. Then the COVID one. So Amalgam Warrior 002, you got literally a drone-like object there. You're flying over there, and they have all of these radar nodes, fighters, etc., all surrounding this thing. And these are literally practicing all this in June. And let's see what else they have in that photo. The gray area, who's responsible for what, and who's in charge. And they have like Twin Towers type skyscrapers struck by this drone there, and with an explosion similar to the WTC explosion. NORAD Airspace Control provides surveillance control over North American airspace. This includes the capability to detect, identify, monitor, and if necessary, take appropriate action ranging from visual identification to destruction against manned or unmanned air-breathing vehicles. No, air or breathing vehicles approaching North America. So interesting. I don't know what the air-breathing means. Yes, anyways, they have a whole bunch of this stuff going on. So all these exercises, yet some hijackers with bandanas and fake passports and box setters somehow manipulated Boeings at like double their or double or triple the max like maneuvering speed. So there's not just max operating speed, there's also max maneuvering speed that they surpass, and we'll get to that in a bit. And there's more stuff. Federal flight rules eyed for unmanned aircraft. So we're talking about unmanned stuff. And you got this, even this cyborg dog. Predictions are that the U.S. may be operating as many 2,000 UAVs in 5 to 10 years. The market is ready to explode. Pentagon VAA officials have ordered a Defense Department study of how UAVs should be integrated into national airspace. Or integrated into PSYOPs. And then there's another one. They're also talking about future ones. The one flying from Alaska, hijacked and go into the Pentagon. And there's some mainstream biology. And I want to go through this one here. The other one I want to bring up is the max speed knots. So I think I brought up, knots, MPH. Let's see, MPH. I think I brought up maximum. I thought I showed it somewhere here. The maximum maneuverability, or I think I put it in a comment to someone. Max knots. I think I actually sent a message earlier. I'll find it on my thingy here, on the personal. This was yeah. I think I sent actually KJ French 911 guy. I'll just show it right now. This is max speed. This is from ChatGPT, but it's pretty. This one you can search it up. So this is on the Boeing 767. It has max operating speed. This is operating like doing basically going up, going left, etc. Not cruising speed. This is just in general. So 414 miles an hour or 360 knots. And this the velocity never exceed. Again, it's similar, typically the same as a VMO. And then you have the VA maneuvering speed. Yeah, maneuvering speed varies with weight. So VA 253 miles an hour. So again, much slower than the operating one. So whenever we want to all of a sudden do an actual maneuver, and then there's a typical cruising speed 530, and there's also a maximum Mach number. It's hard to see. I don't know why it's not showing it. I don't know why it's covering it up. Let's see if I hide my mouse for a while. Yeah, there it is. So Mach 0.86, approximately 570 miles an hour at high altitude. They even have a max Mach number or maximum speed, but then you have the Boeing ones going faster than it, like almost 600 miles an hour at low altitude. Okay, Mob said this is so good. How isn't mocking the mainstream story already normal? Yeah, that's another part why I do this. A lot of people tell me to do this on a separate channel, but I keep it here for two reasons. I think my mouth stuff keeps me from getting deleted, and also it should be common sense. Like if you're a science channel and you're not talking about the biggest science event of all time, and also laughing at the mainstream. For once, I'm able to join live. Keep doing your thing. Much support from Norway. Sounds good. Yeah, thanks for joining the stream. All right, epic stuff right there. All right, let's see further. All right, and now I am... Okay, let's see, lost my train of thought. Let me just continue back to the thing. Oh yeah, back to here. So we went over Amalga Virgo. Actually, if we go back to the Virgo one. Alright. Alright, so if we go back to the Virgo one right here. And if you go to the Wikipedia, you could also see that here. So the cover there, Osama bin Laden, and also thing, they also have basically everything but the projection tech that was too sensitive to show. But if you go here to Wikipedia, you can see the whole PDF there. They literally have a giant PDF. And this is all public. Remember, if the public is showing a picture of Osama, the fake one's probably showing like a hologram of Osama. The black budget one. All right. Going further right here. Okay, and then you see a whole thing here. So you see ginormous setup here. So they have all of these stuff, trillions of dollars. Because remember, U.S. military spends $1 trillion per year, and they get nothing to show for it. Like, besides complete and utter world control. Okay, state of the art target, Cold War, etc. Mumbo jumbo. Train like you fight. So again, these are all a bunch of psyop terminology. Okay, going further. So Mall Strike 2001, again, Mall Strike, and now they're talking about like actual shooting. So this is all the hijacking and stuff like that. Imagine how many scenarios they have for these lone shooters and all this nonsense. So Mall Strike 2001, Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania, near Shanksville, 600 local first responders and emergency managers, toxic chemical agent, and the simulated release of radiation and radiological contamination. Indoctrination of first responders. What? Indoctrination of first responders. What do they do? What is this? What does this even mean? even got mind control. All right, going further. FAA drill. FBI Miami field office, Miami-Dade County Police Department, summer 2001. Variag Airlines Boeing 767 hijacked over Florida. And then this is FT. I don't know what that means. Belvoir Davidson Army Airfield Helicopter Base, Mascal. So June 29, 2001. Scenario based on plane hitting Pentagon. Indoctrination of first one. What is this? Why do they mind controlling? Oh, I think we just. That was the second one. There's two of them. So there's a lot of first responders getting indoctrination. So the 46 drills, operations, war games, and activities. So again, I think this is like training so that the people that are first responding, so they think it's some sort of real event, but then the ones telling them it's all fake. All right, and for the U.S. Department of Transportation hijacking exercise, August 31st, 2001. U.S. Department of Transportation exercise crisis management of center drills. Crisis management center drilled, hijacked, simulated phone calls. So you got simulated phone calls literally 11 days before. Okay. For another time going back to MES, there's a bunch of lawyers allegedly. Okay, methyl miner sending some bombshell info. Let's see what meth is saying. That's on the personal here. Let's see what methyl is saying. This one is Lawyers Committee for 9/11 Truth. There's something here. Grants. They're getting $53,000. And they register with the government. What does this do? Road trip, go knock on the door. Okay. I'll have to read this. If you can put it summary. Anyways, Matt, if you could summarize it, I can read it out. If otherwise, I don't know what I'm doing. This chat needs more speed. Want me to view bot? This chat needs more speed. What does that mean? View bot. What does that do? What is this chat needs more speed? I don't know what that does. Live chat at top, not. No, you click the top here. Yeah, click live chat, not the top chat. Right here, guys. See the live chat? It's either live, top, or fan funding. So yeah, guys, send me a bunch of cash money, and I'll put it fan funding if it's too many messages. That's the dream one day. Okay. Oh, this tax return. Okay, so he's doing tax returns on A. Now I'm sure. All right, guys. Let's continue on this march. Okay, NORAD needs Vigilant Guardian, September 6th, literally. A day before, 4 days before 9/11, 5 days before 9/11, Tokyo to Anchorage flight hijacked by Mumhaikoro to Vancouver and San Francisco. So Vancouver's going to have some big psyop eventually as well. NORAD needs Vigilant Guardian, December 6, 2001, Seoul to Anchorage flight hijacked by Lin Pao, who's to Seattle. And then again, it's a hijack December 6, another one, December 9th. NORAD needs Vigilant Guardian, December 9th, 2001. UK to NYC flight hijacked, blown up. And then December 10th, so it's like as it's coming to 9/11, you got a whole bunch of these hijacking. This one here, Illusion IL-62 from Cuba, hijacked by asylum seekers, lands at Dobbins Air Force Base in Georgia. And then FBI training exercise in Monterey, California for FBI, CIA, anti-terrorist task force through 9/11. And then a scenario diverts top FBI, CIA, anti-terrorist, and special operations agents and heavy equipment away from Boston, NYC. This is literally in 9/11, through 9/11. You got training exercises. NORAD annual readiness drill. Wait, NORAD's annual readiness drill is on 9/11. No way. When is this one? Here. Yeah, it literally says right here. Oh no, this is I seen. Oh, this is from those PSYOP disinfo stuff. But they do put this stuff here. They just avoid actual evidence, like towers turning dust would do. They claim that military exercises did not delay the response. Okay, they have the claim. But anyways, they were literally operating it. They were doing military exercises. 2001. Oh, going further. Full battle staff levels to test entire organization. So the most busy they are is when this it's Osama. You know, these cavemen from the Middle East somehow knew exactly when to strike. Vigilant Guardian, NORAD needs a U.S. Canada live fly hijacking air defense, hijack multiplication, diversion, and confusion. Okay, and it is on 9/11. Vigilant Guardian, and to illustrate the confusion here, again, we had the people saying Flight 11 was still airborne, and basically all the flights were still airborne. It makes me mad Canada's involved. Well, the whole world's involved in this as well. And because we live in a giant Mad Max world of nonsense. Okay, going back to that thingy there, I want to go as the Delta. To illustrate how ridiculous is this, so if you go to, going even further, whoops, Delta, where's the Delta? Where did it go? The mystery plane, oh, okay. Yeah, I have a giant post right here. So the mystery plane on 9/11 resembles Delta Airlines Flight 1989, but likely is a military exercise plane Flight 11, based on Mark Collins' paper or article there. This is because at 8:51 a.m., 5 minutes after impact, that Delta plane 1489 is a type of reported seeing smoke from Lower Manhattan. Anyways, right here. At 9:02:33, 26 before second impact, another plane is spotted in rapid transit shortly before UA-175 allegedly crashed into the second tower. Note that Wikipedia wrongfully says they were looking at UA-175. So if you go to Wikipedia, Wikipedia says that a flight controller at the FAA's New York City notices that Flight 175 had changed its transponder code twice. 4 minutes early, he tries to contact the flight. Another flight in the area, Delta Airlines Flight 1489, should be 1989, reports the sight of smoke coming from Lower Manhattan. This is the first word of any pilots to receive flight of the incident. And then going further right here in Wikipedia. Actually, where did Wikipedia state? Did I not take the screenshot? So Wikipedia right here wrongfully states. Where's the wiki? Right here. And then let's say 175. Okay, hijacked above. Where's the major events? It's from the Delta. Yeah, this right here. I didn't screenshot it. Just before. Where's the right before it hits 90? Where did it go? Window. Okay, I do not know what just happened. When did it hit? 850. 1 second. This is oh yeah. So 9:02:93. Okay, so 9:02. 9:02 exactly. Then 9:02. Yeah, this is right here. 9:02. Wikipedia says air traffic controllers at New York City watch flight 175 as it descends rapidly to a very low altitude. So they're literally saying is watching, not from radar. They're saying they're watching it from a very low to a very low altitude. But this is fake. Wikipedia is literally just covering it up. And if you go to a New York Times article like 10 years ago, it says the controllers observe a plane in rapid descent, then United 175 hit the World Trade Center. So they're very careful to state that it's not. To not mislead and say that it was the flight 175.
Anybody know what that smoke is in Lower Manhattan? I'm sorry, say again? A lot of smoke in Lower Manhattan. A lot of smoke in Lower Manhattan? Right out of the top of the World Trade Center building, a major fire. Yeah. Anybody know what that smoke is in Lower?
So this is a mystery plane that was flying near and they saw smoke in Manhattan or dust. And then listen to what these say right here.
Hey, can you look out your window right now? Yeah. Can you see a guy at about 4,000 feet, about 5 east of the airport right now? Looks like he's...
Yeah, I see him.
You see a guy, look, is he descending for the building also?
He's descending really quick too, yeah.
Well, that's
2,500 feet now. He just dropped 800 feet in like one sweep.
That's another situation. What kind of airplane is that? Can you guys tell?
I don't know. I'll read it out in a minute. Another one just hit the building.
Wow.
Wow. Another one hit it hard.
Another one just hit the World Trade.
The whole building just came apart.
Holy smokes. All right. I guess you guys can be busy.
There was an end?
Yeah, so clearly there's another one hit the building, and it's also way too high. They said it's 4,500 feet altitude. The actual one is under 1,000. So it says, hey, can you look out your window? He says, can you see a guy at about 4,000 feet? So, yeah, I see him. And he says he's descending really quick now, 4,500 feet. He just dropped 800 feet, so still be about 3,000 feet altitude. In like one sweep, that's another situation. What kind of plane is that? Can you guys tell? I don't know. That's another one just hit the building. And then later, he says another one. And pretty much at the same time. And if you look at the altitude radar readings, you'll have that 2,000 altitude is roughly, no, that's when they start accelerating. It was 26 seconds before, so it's 10, 20. So about this point right here, you literally have between 1 and 2,000 altitude. So the guy's more than double when they first spotted him. Yeah, he was more than double because as it goes in, it's literally 1,000. So basically, Wikipedia is lying, and the flight controller said the plane was about 4,500 feet before it began at rapid descent. Before it began, save that. But this one right here, the radar says it was already at 1,000 feet and going over 500 knots. So, anyways, what I'm trying to point at is the guy, assuming it's real, I don't see why not. He's looking out the window and he sees someone at 4,500 feet doing a quick dive. At the same time that the flight 175 is going 500 knots, so almost 575, almost 600 miles an hour, which he's not seeing it out his window, and it's at like 3,000 feet altitude less than where he is, and then hits the tower, whatever that object was. So in other words, he's seeing completely different. So in other words, what he's seeing is another military exercise that's used to, let's see what it says right here, diversion and confusion. So all that just to get to this one punchline. So, Vigilant Guardian, NORAD, on 9/11, live flyby hijackings and air defense, hijack multiplication, diversion and confusion. So, NORAD, JCS, Vigilant Warrior, through 9/11, reported by Richard Clark. Operation Southern Watch, through 9/11, diverts 174 fighter wing, New York Air National Guard to Sultan Air Base, Saudi Arabia to impose no-fly zone over southern Iraq. All right, so we have Saudi Arabia. And we got Iraq already mentioned on 9/11. So let's see what if Israel's in there. We have no Israel, but we have Canada, a lot of Canada. So we have a lot, at least more Canada than the other ones. All right, it keeps going on and on, but I will read all this because we have a lot of time and it's 9/11 almost. Let's keep going here. Confusion. We went there. Saudi Arabia, Iraq's mentioned. Operation Northern Watch through 9/11 diverts 6 fighters from Langley Air Force Base sent to in Kirkuk, AFB, Turkey to impose no-fly zone over northern Iraq. So now you got literally imposing no-fly zone over Iraq. Operation Northern Vigilance diverts fighters, 350 personnel to Alaska and northern Canada to counter a Russian bomber drill. So now you got, so you also had Russia was doing a drill, but then they were sent there to in case that it goes rogue. That's what their mainstream narrative is. So you had Russia, Canada, U.S. all doing drills on 9/11. So Operation Northern Guardian, this KFLUG, AFB, and diverts it's Iceland, diverts fighters from Langley Air Force Base. Virginia, I'm just going to mute this stuff right here. Virginia deployed to KFLUG AFB, Iceland to counter a Russian bomber drill. And then Stephen F. says, this list is unbelievable. It keeps going on. So we got Iceland as well. Iceland's also countering. They're deployed to Iceland to counter a Russian bomber drill. Red Flag, Nelis Air Force Base, Nevada, 100 pilots, diverts most F-15s of 71st Fighter Squadron, Langley AFB, Virginia or VA, DC, Ang's 121st Fighter Squadron of Andrews Air Force Base, also depleted. Andrews Air Force Base local drill, diverts 3 F-16s to North Carolina. National Reconnaissance Office drill, Chandley, Virginia, 9/11. This is all in 9/11. Simulated plane crash into high-rise government building, satellite imaging, WTC attack. A lot of fun calling out Gene Lortana on the A9/11 live stream there. Yeah, they're still going at it. Send a link again. I'll click it and then just do troll them in the live. So Tripod 2, New York City, 9/11 response to biochemical attack. Run, and then they also had that anthrax mumbo jumbo, the psyop. All right, run from backup command center at Pierre 92 Hudson River, Fort Myer VA Education Center training drill for assembled and indoctrinated Pentagon first responders. What is this? What does this mean? Indoctrinated? Indoctrination of I have to know what this means. Like, or are they just like imposing like fake info? Oh, this is local here. Center drill for local firemen. Indoctrination of first. There's got to be some sort of military term for that. Okay, and there's the live. Let's see the live is living right now. Let's see what these guys are saying.
And obviously, I was also against the Patriot.
They're still having just these two random guys talking, like not a thread of evidence.
What that was doing to.
Now versus Gene gives his word to have a discussion, then bans you as soon as you give his word on it. What you make of the lack of noise of any of the towers, including WTC7. Let's see what they say. Top chat live. You guys can click live chat to see live. All right, and then
our freedoms as a country.
Okay, so anyways, these guys signed some sort of Freemasonic oath. Let's see what else they have. They have this guy here who hasn't blinked. Looks like he hasn't blinked in like 5 minutes, and his eyes are still not blinking.
So you would think with government that serves the people that doesn't have.
Oh, fast forward. He hasn't blinked. He hasn't blinked yet. I'm 2 times speed. He has not blinking. Oh, there's a blink. All right, so we've. I just saw from his eyes right away he hasn't blinked in a while, and I captured a drone clone or something. All right, there's no 9/11 stuff they talk about. It's just a bunch of talk. This guy looks like a grandma. Is it a grandma or I thought it was a guy? Oh no, never mind. It is a grandma. It looks like a guy. Okay, never mind.
Your life will usually be saved.
Anyways, I'm just just trolling all these clowns. What are they doing? Like absolutely clown show. Like okay, let's downvote that. Anyways, guys, look at them. They got 141 viewers. Absolutely ridiculous. 141 viewers. And meanwhile, I'm at 40. It's ridiculous, guys. We gotta up the game, guys. Share it to everybody, or we have to all up it. Okay. Anyways, guys, we have to compete with these clown shows, just talking about absolutely nothing. All right, let's continue further. So I'm showing bombshell info. Tell them join my stream. I'll say. I'll go right here. On. Deep dive on war games and military exercises. Let's go. All right. Yeah. Again, hopefully their audience comes over here. And that's okay. That was the NORAD one. They're running a 24-hour stream. Like, what are these guys doing? 24 hours of absolute nonsense. All right, guys. I'll continue further. So I'll keep that open. Just I'll go join them randomly. and troll them, and so on. All right, so let's go to the next setup. This is summary. Let's keep going, guys. We're going. Okay, now we're getting good. Okay. There's indoctrination. There's a lot of indoctrination of first responders. I don't know what this means. Okay, I'm gonna ask ChatGPT. Okay, what does mean in the context of U.S. military exercises? Okay, Timmy Solomon, let's go. Small random gift for your great work and your intellect and dedication are impressive. Thanks. Let's go, Timmy. So he's a super fan and a super cash money throwing fan. Let's go, guys. Guys, if we have enough fan funding, and if it takes over the chat, we could use the fan funding chat. So we could click here, and the only one. Let's go, and then you'll get to see your name there. So live. Okay, so right here, see what it says here. In the context of U.S. military exercise, the phrase indoctrination of WTC first responders could refer to training or informal sessions aimed at first responders using lessons learned from the WTC attacks on September 11, 2001. The idea of indoctrination here is likely to use to describe a structured process of teaching, familiarizing, or conditioning first responders with certain principles, tactics, or operational responses. All right. So it's not actually indoctrinating and as something else. Okay, now the version says, Timothy Solo said, "Dumb African, some gold bars too." All right, yes, guys, throw money at us, throw gold bars. We need to buy coffee. 9/11 revisionists and I need to buy gold-plated coffee, gold-infused coffee, and I need one of those diamond grills on my mouth, just so it's diamonds. Let's see, a wrapper diamond grill. Yeah, let's see what this guy has. Yeah, guys, I need to have one of these, otherwise, what am I doing? All right, guys, that's where the money is gonna go. I'll put you on the Christmas list, 9/11 Rev. Let's go. All right, it's preparing first responders for most physical, emotional. Anyway, so that's indoctrination, just preparing them for it. That's what ChatGPT says. But possibly there's some lies infused as well. So World Trade Center emergency drill, fiduciary trust, Co. 97th floor, South Tower. Meeting call to assemble and silence unreliable outside contractors. What in the world's going on there? Global Guardian, Stratcom, Alpha, AFB, Nebraska, Barstow, AFB, Louisiana, Minot, AFB, North Dakota, White Man. Oh man, White Man AFB. All right, this white man's taking over, guys. The patriarchy, the white patriarchy. So white man, I think that's a code for Freemason. So it's usually run by white men. they kind of tell you the way it runs. When they say white men run the world, what they're actually saying is that Freemasons run the world. White men, Freemasons. Anyways, the truth is never popular. Well, if you make it entertaining, I think they'll show up. Especially when you see this stream, we just laugh at a 9/11 truth, and then they're just like deathly afraid of even mentioning us. So nuclear war fighting, Armageddon, deterrence of Russia and China during invasion of Afghanistan and Pakistan. So they're literally talking about invading Middle East and avoiding invasion of Russia and China, and also talking about nuclear war fighting, Armageddon. They're literally talking about Armageddon. All right, Amalgam Warrior 9/11 large live flyby air defense and air intercept tracking and surveillance drill, air defense against foreign retaliation. No details. No, this one's Crown Vigilance Air Command combat. So again, this is the more classified one. So the more classified one's probably literally talking about like free energy tech, deacification, holographic projection tech, and then minimizing Earth's magnetic field during a hurricane steering. So all the unknown ones, the redacted ones, it's hurricane steering. All the magic ones. I think one of the guys on Architects Engineers is Oliver Stone's son. He appears in Infowars a lot. Interesting. That's interesting. AWCS drill ordered by NORAD Commander General Larry Arnold, 9/11. 2 AWACS aircraft from Tinker, AFB, Oklahoma sent over Washington, D.C. and Florida. Surveillance of Capitol and President during coup. All right. So there's a coup attempt and surveillance of Capitol and that. Global Guardian computer network attack. Enemy forces war dial Stratcom's telephone and fax systems. Bad insider has access to key C-cubed system missile launch option. This goes on. Okay, this is the last page. We're almost done, guys. 3 pages of absolute bombshell info here. Stratcom Strategic Advisory Committee, OFIT, AFB, Nebraska Andrews, AFB, MD, Wright Patterson, AFB, Dayton, Ohio. 3E4B National Airborne Operations Center Planes, Doomsday. It says 3. Interesting. So there's 3 E4Bs. They might have some modified ones to not look like it. And there's literally 3 around the Flight 175. Doomsday or Looking Glass. Airborne passengers include Brett Scowcroft, Warren Buffett at OFOOD. So Warren Buffett's in there. Committee of Public Safety Option. So a lot of people talk about that Larry Silverstein. What about Warren freaking Buffett? All right. After 9/11, Amalgam Virgo 2 scheduled for June 2002. Air defense, interception, surveillance, and pursuit drill. Delta 757 with real Delta pilot, actors as passengers, FBI as hijackers. Deviated from Salt Lake City to Hawaii. Canadian police hijack DC-9 near Vancouver, BC. And also, and again, I think the redacted one also not only just magical tech, but also includes how to go like military exercise going rogue and actually removing or eliminating the people that initially thought they were part of an exercise, and then they get eliminated. Because again, you need an actual to make it more realistic. You need them to actually be eliminated. And that's why that'll also explain why there were no passenger families at the airports, even if they got eliminated, because they thought, hey, it's a drill, and then they realized, well, wait, the person's never showing up. They're like, what in the world's going on here? So again, okay, Judy Brown says bombshell for sure. That's bombshell stuff, guys. And I'm gonna play some videos as well. See the timing we have. So 37 people on there, and I think 45 is still the peak for today's hour. But again, we're gonna have a Wednesday stream. Let's see some more stuff here. Yeah, we're not gonna cover all of them because that did not plan on. I did not know about that document. It shows a whole bunch there. I accidentally opened some stuff. I hate when I open stuff by accident. Okay, this I don't know what just opened. Okay, this one I gotta close because I have so many tabs opened. I mean, so many windows. I accidentally pressed something. Okay, so next one is. Okay, so what else do we have here? Okay, Mark Collin Intel. Actually, before we get to that, so we went to we did this Amalga one. Oh, there's the Fertile exercise. We have the Amalga Virgo literally has Osama bin Laden. August 1st, 2001 exercise, Fertile Rice. This wasn't included in there. Interesting. A UAV launched off a ship. This is another one, August 1st. So there's always these UAVs launched off a ship. UAVs launched off a ship. It's like they're literally telling us something. Okay, August 2001 exercise in which Osama bin Laden, they spelled it wrong for some reason. Instead of O, they put a U. Uses 1 to 2 drones to attack Washington, D.C. 1 month before 9/11. This Operation Fertile Rice, literally on the Homeland Security website. This declassified document was released by the Interagency Security Classification Appeals Panel, ISCAP, on July 8th, 2015. So it was released 15 years later. Yet it was just on August 5th. It is part of a set of files produced by the U.S. Air Force that was requested by the 9/11 Commission for their... Oh, is this... My audio went weird? Is my audio fine now? Is my audio fine, guys? I gotta speak to this closely. How's my audio, guys? Mic auxiliary device. Why is there 2 mics? How's my... why is there 2 mics? I'm gonna mute this thingy. Is my mic still talking? Oh, why is it... Which one is which? This one is... I'm gonna just sound... Input device. I hear there's like so many things. I just want best one on only. And that's it. Device properties. Or sound. Manage sound devices. Input sound. This is the only one I want. Oh, there's a webcam one. Okay, I want that one off. Okay, how's my mic? Now it is in 1 year only. Okay, so that was stereo. Okay, never mind. Now, how is this? Okay, so apparently that's stereo. I just clicked the random thing. Okay, how about now, guys? Last time, I think it's good. A stereo mix. Microsoft depth no, I want disabled. Okay, this is all we have. Yeah, there's only one ever. Right, I think it should be working fine. Alright, guys, so this one here, it's not stereo anymore, only in one earphone now. Still? Does it still do that? I'll have a listen right now. I'm gonna be working fine. Alright guys, so this one here, it's not starting anymore, only in one earphone now. That's working fine, I think. Still? Does it still do that? I'll have a listen right now. I think it's working fine. I'm gonna be working fine. Alright guys, so this one here, yeah, it has weird static now. Okay, I will unplug and plug it in again. I'm gonna do some stuff. It's not this one here. Yeah, it has this one here. Yeah, it has weird static. This one here. Yeah, it has weird static now. Okay, I will unplug this one here. Yeah, it has weird static now. Okay, I will unplug. Actually, is it muted? Okay, it's muted. Let me know when it's fine, guys. So basically, every 5 minutes or so, let me know it's fine, and then or not. And I'll just one more try. I'm gonna do unplug this, plug it in. Okay, how is it now? Last time, I think it's fine. Is it fine or no? We're 3 hours and 30 minutes in. Okay, good now. Okay, Judy Brown says good. We're good to go. MES Inception. Let's go, guys. Yeah, that movie was wild. Okay, so right here, we're requested by 9/11 Commission for their investigation into the December 11, 2001 attack. So the government, like, you're voting for a government. You know, like, one thing is, like, what are you even voting them for? Is for, just to allegedly keep you safe and run the world or run the country. But then at the same time, to get any info to see if they're doing anything bad, you're going to get this 14 years later, a document that they're planning on doing. Osama bin Laden plans to attack DC area with a UAV carrying explosive payload. Like it's literally it's an unmanned aerial vehicle. In other words, a drone with like a drone missile-like drone. It's literally telling you. And this is they spelled it Osama for some reason. You go in the document. There's a secret. They have a secret document August 1st. Osama bin Laden threat to U.S. terrorists will utilize an unmanned aerial vehicle UAV believed to be the Russian developed Kolibri modified to be launched off a ship. The specific target is unknown. However, unconfirmed reports suggest the Washington D.C. area is a likely target. Bin Laden has reportedly acquired at least one and possibly two Kolibri UAVs. Okay, Mathematics says gotta run. Great stream, yes, for sure. Have a good one, Meth, and also be there December 11th. Let's go. Okay, and speaking of the UAV stuff, the Tomahawk one, again, they literally tell you they use a modified advanced UAV with a explosive payload. In other words, they have an advanced tech with that's similar to a missile, but more advanced. They literally tell you. And then here's a Tomahawk missile right here, just to illustrate the capabilities of it.
Pentagon confirming the use of Tomahawk missiles to carry out its mission in Syria. Here is some background.
Whoops.
Subsonic jet-powered missiles. Pentagon confirming the use of Tomahawk missiles to carry out its mission in Syria. Here is some background on them. The subsonic jet-powered missiles are low-flying, just about 100 feet off the ground. They cruise at a speed of about 550 miles per hour. Although they can be launched from many different surfaces, they typically come from ships or submarines. They are made by Raytheon and they cost $1.4 million each. The Tomahawk is 20 feet long. It weighs about 2,900 pounds. A third of the weight is the warhead. According to the Navy, they hit their target about 85% of the time using a preloaded map. That is different than a drone, which is pilot guided. They are linked to satellites in case they need to be retargeted.
All right, so it's retargeted, and also they said it was subsonic, so below 700 miles, but it's actually can go over 1,000 plus, and it could also loiter in the air as a figure eight until you need to aim it at a specific location. I'll go to the more of the Tomahawk. I got this from here, and this is in a secret U.S. facility. They don't disclose it, just to illustrate some of the mind-boggling stuff they're doing. This is public tech. Remember, this is public tech.
The Tomahawk is considered the world's most advanced cruise missile. It's been used in combat more than 2,000 times by the U.S. Navy, from Syria to Sudan to Serbia. And all of the new Tomahawks come out of one factory, this one. In a city and state we've been asked not to reveal for security reasons. The 20-foot-long Tomahawks are manufactured by the Raytheon Company. Kim Ernzen is one of Raytheon's top missiles.
Interesting, it's hers. It's like it has no eyebrows. It doesn't look like she has a. Maybe she's a clone or whatnot. Similar to a few others, like random people, celebrities that just somehow don't have eyebrows for a while. So like even Kanye, no eyebrows. He went for the no eyebrows. He shaves eyebrows and goes shoeless for some reason. Yeah, so even Kanye shaved his eyebrows. So then all of a sudden you have Raytheon leader, that woman, no eyebrows. Let's go back here. So that was an interesting thing I just spotted. Yeah, so there's Kanye, no eyebrows. Even during his weird ritual that he was singing. Okay, anyways, and that's when he had Marilyn Manson, also has no eyebrows, the Satanist. And this one's got no eyebrows.
Executives.
And this is the final
Or at least it's very hard to see, but anyways.
Before it goes out the door to our customer. In this facility is where we do the integration of the rocket motors and the warheads, what we call the energetics elements of the missiles. Other components and sub-assemblies come from our other factories located here, and then we do the final assembly here, test it, fuel it, and get it ready to go out the door.
How soon will these be going out?
Okay, and then if we go back here, it says 1,000 plus right here.
Missiles for this year.
I just want to get copyright, so I'm going to skip a lot of stuff.
Tomahawk can fly 1,000 plus miles. So it can get launched from a ship or a submarine. It can go up and loiter, as we call it, where it can fly around in a figure 8.
So in other
pattern.
words, once it's sent off, if you want to change where it's going,
Absolutely.
it loiters, it just goes in a circle and you
It
figure
does.
out
It can be redirected and rerouted to a specific target.
The Tomahawk has been.
Yeah, so you can literally just have it loiter. Even so, a lot of people say, "Where does it launch from?" Well, it can launch from anywhere. It can go 1,000 miles an hour. It can go in there and wait and loiter above WTC for like a while, and then go in right whenever it needs to. so you gotta use your imagination, peeps, of what is possible. And again, it's public tech. They literally have a report right here. Where's that? Fertile Rice. They literally say Fertile Rice. They literally mention a modified UAV to put a missile. So we got. Oh, Mona Lisa has no eyebrows. No way. Yeah, Mona Lisa. Have a look at Mona Lisa. No eyebrows. Maybe that's why people are so engulfed. Yeah, you're right. No wonder people are looking at it. Like there's something about her. Mona Lisa's the secret behind Mona Lisa's smile. No, Mona Lisa's eyebrows. Okay, we're in the Matrix. All right, thanks for that. Okay, so we got the Kanye West, Raytheon engineer or whatnot or manager, and Mona Lisa, no eyebrows. Okay, all right. We're literally uncovering bombshells, and then these clowns are still going at it.
Most of 11 evidence. We'll be getting into that.
Okay, this guy says, "Oh, Gene Lortana says a good summary." This is the Disinfo guy runs it, or a big part of it. Good summary of the event, official story, and all of the alternative theories would be interesting. All of the alternative theories? No. Well, yeah, you can summarize how like nonsense they are. Infighters are determined to then the miss, dis, or malinformers. People see the BS. Gene he's going at it with nano revisionist. Let's go. It's like just look at the evidence. Anyways, Gene is a class A clown. Let's continue further into here. I'll close this ChatGPT. All right, so I'll leave this opened. It's pretty interesting. And then this is some other stuff on it, and you could NORAD 90. This is 19. I think they added more. Yeah, this is more stuff here. Or they added. They broke it down to several stuff here. Agencies involved and so on. I'll just close this. I put in the links and I'll go over there. Anyways, so that's that. And then also going back to the comparison, the Tomahawk. Going back to this is the similarities. Here's a lot of similarities of. Why is it showing this one? It shouldn't be this. Whoops. Go back here. Tomahawk. Whoops. I think I put the wrong one there. This is the scene one. Okay, yeah, I have the wrong link there. I gotta add I put the wrong one there. Capabilities. So I'm gonna do right now. I put the wrong video in there. Tomahawk. I'll just update it live. You can see some live stuff. Okay, inside. Go right here. Show. Yeah, this one, and we are updating it live on my. Whoops. Cancel. Whoops. I accidentally shared it. Delete. I can't believe why doesn't it just edit, and then replace it? Accidentally post I just deleted. Okay, save. Now it's uploading it. That's better. Okay, so you're gonna see it live. There it is. I live updated it. Yeah, you see Tomahawk just go through it. I think they turned the explosive off. Also mute this thing in here. So they're testing. You can literally go. It can also swim too. I forgot the other part to show. It can swim as well. Okay, U.S. Navy successfully tested capabilities against moving targets at sea, at ground level, like at water level. So you look, it's literally bouncing on the ground or something. Like, what is going on here? Or and then it goes straight through it. Why did it just stop? And again, punctures in and explodes. Again, this is heavy duty steel going through it, unlike the aluminum. And notice that little spark right just before the hit. See, notice the spark right, there's a little spark right before. So again, another similarity between the 9/11 one, right here, and then there's a spark. So again, the way it works is whatever happened on 9/11 has to mimic some of these characteristics. So this, the bunker buster setup, and look, it's flying at this is 500 miles an hour at sea level, literally sea level. There it is. And the explosion is similar to the 9/11 as well. It was a giant explosion. This is a launch explosion. This was just testing. They took the war zone out, and there's its launching. That's epic stuff. And then going back, what's the other one I wanted to show inside? This one here. Okay, I put it here. Yeah, it can swim and fly. So notice how the guy's shocked when he says swim and fly. And then if we go to swim, yeah, the guy's shocked it can swim and fly.
If it comes from a submarine, it will then swim through the water. The rocket motor will take it up out of the water, and then we'll eventually get it up into the airplane mode, which is where it will fly and perform its mission from there.
So it swims and it flies.
Swims and it flies.
The price tag for missile, about $1.1 million.
All right, so that's $1.1 million. This is publicly known tech in a secret facility in a secret state. They won't tell you. And it can swim and fly. Public tech has rockets that can swim and fly, loiter in the air, go 1,000 miles and plus, reroute whenever you need. And again, use your imagination, people. What is the private tech? Well, private one, they already told you. You got a modified UAV with it inside. Okay, so going further, so NORAD doing plane hijacking exercises and bush lying as always. Right, and then the other part is I showed you like so many exercises the U.S. government's doing, and then George Bush like just it's like what's the point of a president? Is they just like is lying like just part of like a politician, like an accepted part of life? So anyways, click on this one here. NORAD literally doing plane hijacking exercises against the WTC before 9/11, and Bush lying as always. Okay, mute it.
Of where, despite the conventional wisdom, we're going to take a closer look tonight at another example of where, despite the conventional wisdom, there were people in the United States who actually were preparing to defend against the kind of attacks which occurred here on 9/11. The North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD for short, has been defending the skies over the U.S. and Canada for almost 50 years, 46 to be precise. USA Today reports that in the 2 years before the attacks on September the 11th, NORAD conducted exercises using hijacked airliners as weapons. And one target was the World Trade Center.
We knew he hated us. But there was nobody in our government, at least, and I don't think the prior government that could envision flying airplanes into buildings on such a massive scale.
But that turns out not to be true. U.S. military planners did envision and practice those very scenarios. As reported by USA Today, the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, conducted exercises with fighter jets, simulating hijacked planes flown into the World Trade Center in the 2 years before the attack.
All right. So it's like George Bush tells you, no, we could have never envisioned that. They literally have someone else's photo on the plane that they're doing hijacking. Oh my goodness! So the thing is, the mainstream narrative is just so utterly bad, but in all aspects, especially COVID, wearing like 3 masks. So again, this is 9/11 level of nonsense. Is the COVID one? COVID, 2 masks better than 1. Let's go. So like after all the years of yeah, CDC said, let's see, this is back in COVID 2021. 2 masks is better than 1. 0 masks is better than 1. And that too, it's like they just what doctors wish patients knew about double masking. Okay, CDC study finds 2 masks are better than 1 risk COVID-19. Oh man! All right. So it says right here, 2 masks blocked 40% more air than particles coming to the head. Oh my goodness! I'm like crying whenever, like how utterly stupid is someone have to be in order to. But yeah, my soccer coach is actually during the COVID one, he would wear 2 masks, and he's like yelling on the sideline. I can't hear a thing he's saying. He's like, it's too much. He's like, I'm like, what the? Anyways, guys, that is epic stuff. Let's see if how much time we have left, and we'll go a bit more. But yeah, so I covered a whole lot of stuff, and it wasn't even on the list here. So we have so many stuff that's not even shown on this. That's how many hijackings the exercises were going on. Okay, going further, let's see some more. We're on a good go at it. Okay, so 9/11 exercise on 9/11. Wait, that was another one. This is fertile rights. NORAD doing. Okay, there's another one. 9/11 exercise on 9/11. Gene is having a meltdown. Let's see what Gene is doing. Civility, I stated, have me on your conversation. It would be great to have Gene and 9/11 in a stream. Yeah, if you guys could both join. Yes, Gene Peter says, yeah. Try being nice for a couple weeks, Gene. Okay, let's go. If you don't know who Gene is, Gene, 9/11 Playroom. He runs the 9/11 Playroom. He kicked out 9/11 Playroom. It's like, what is going on here? How is there no 9/11 Playroom showing up? Oh, there it is. Okay. So he runs the 9/11 War Room, but then I changed it to 9/11 Playroom. Because he would like he typically censors people. Yeah, he kicks out. He doesn't want to have 9/11 revisionists there. He just he can't stand being told how much of a liar he is. This is, where did I put the link there? This is throwback to trying to get into to discuss actual evidence, and then he kicked out Norman many times. And here's the Playroom one. So this is a 9/11 War Room. I changed it to 9/11 Playroom because they kicked him out, and he even promised that he'll have him on, but he then ended up flipping on him. And there's the Gene guy. This is 9/11 War Room. Every Sunday at 5 p.m. So who's funding these people? And there's Gene Lertanda. So every Sunday at 5 p.m. it's on this. I think, and it's like, I think they started this because of me, maybe, because I was doing live streams every Saturday. And they're like, all right, we gotta stop doing this. Anyways, let's continue further. What was the next one? So 9/11 exercise on 9/11 on. Yeah, this is on it. This was before I realized there's many on it. Let's see this one here. Okay, agency planned exercise on September 11th built around a plane crashing into a building. This was in what the government describes as a bizarre coincidence. One U.S. intelligence agency was planning exercise on last September in which an errant aircraft would crash into one of its buildings, but the cause wasn't terrorism. It was to be a simulated accident. Officials at the Chantley VA National Reconnaissance Office had scheduled an exercise that morning in which a small corporate jet would crash into one of the 4 towers of the agency's headquarters building after experiencing a mechanical failure. This was on 9/11 as well. Last September 11th, and this was a 2003 article. Exercise last, which an errant would crash into it. Interesting. When was it supposed to crash there? This article... see the next one here. See, I just want to keep going until we have some epic stuff. Okay, June 22nd to 23rd, smallpox exercise. Yes, we covered that. We read that as well, but you could see. So they're also doing the smallpox one. Now you got monkeypox, but also you had the anthrax psyop. So June 22nd to 23rd, 2001, portrayed this is Dark Winter, a fictional scenario depicting a covert smallpox attack on U.S. citizens. And so a bunch of that stuff there. And this was in June 2001, 3 months before 9/11, and you got the anthrax nonsense. Going further, Mark Collin, the Delta 1989 was part of War Games scenario for June 2002 to use real employees as part of Amalgam Virgo 2. I have some links here. I'm going to see what these links are. Mock hijacks play out over USA, Canada. This is June 4th, 2002. 2 mock hijackings involved military and civilian aircraft were playing out of the United States on Tuesday. In United States and Canada, Tuesday as part of a bi-national multi-agency. Blah, blah, involves 1,500 people from a variety of agencies and authorities. So 1,500 people doing that. And anyways, where's the Delta one? And this is Amalgam Virgo 2. There's a Delta plane in there. Actually, but you got to search in there. But anyways, this is one we already mentioned. They use Delta. I just want to go through, maybe play some videos. And then I forgot what it was mentioned, but there's about 20 planes fake hijacked in 9/11, like actually flying that they were operating as a fake hijacking, not just an exercise like a office exercise or some other building one you're doing, but an in plane that's actually being flown. That's simulating a hijack. Mystery plane comparison. Mystery plane is not the Doomsday plane. We already covered that. Oh, way back I covered it. But anyways, 20 hijackings. I gotta find where that is. Okay, this is UA-1777 was reported hijacked too, even though its scheduled flight was in the evening. So there's another part right here. This is from Mark Collin, 2018, so he's been at it way back. Mysterious United Flight 175. This was reported as a hijacking. So Mark Randall was the manager of the Civil Aviation Security Field Office, CASFO in Washington, D.C., a subdivision of FAA. He reported the commission Marcus Ariel called to report several hijackings, including American Airlines 77, UAL 175, and UAL 177. So he actually, this wasn't part of the, this wasn't the 4 alleged hijackings. But he literally said there's another one. So in other words, there's literally another military exercise. He made it clear that this was a terrorist attack, and Rendell then immediately tasked his staff to find out everything they could about the flights. Rendell remembers that the whole day was hectic, and by 19:45 a.m. they had identified the AL-77 had departed from Dulles, but they could not confirm whether it had been hijacked. While they discovered that UAL-175 was being held at the gate in Boston. So he reported hijacking for UAL-177, but it wasn't even flying until in the evening. So to raise questions, it was to depart at 6:55 from Boston. So why was it reported hijacking? Why was it reported held at the gate if its departure was only in the evening? Mark, are you still in the chat? Paul says, I just noticed your icon is an Alex Gray painting. Yeah, so it was Alex Gray. I had to Google that. This one right here. Most remarkably, the hijacking of UA-177 was reported at 9:25 a.m., 2 minutes before Ed Ballinger, United Flight Dispatcher, sent the last message to Flight 175 while it was over Pittsburgh. All right, so this guy reported that it was hijacking 2 minutes before the last message of Flight 175 while it was over Pittsburgh, and then at Flight 175 allegedly would crash at 9:03. So it's already way out. Yeah, so this is already airborne, and the last message was 2 minutes after. This one was reported hijacking, so it's a lot of weird stuff going on. Okay, War Games documentary by, I want to play at least some parts of this by James Corbett. So by 9/11 gatekeeper James Corbett, and also if you go to his links, his article includes links to a lot of these, which is this is what I like. So he puts a source to every one of his War Game stuff. So Peter Power 77 terror rehearsal and so on, and includes the quotes. So this is very professional stuff here for a gatekeeper. So he tells you all this, but then tells you, yeah, it's explosives mumbo jumbo and real planes, etc. Again, they beat around the bush, tell you straight to the facts. Okay, the facts are literally advanced tech was being used. All right, let's play this beginning here.
Agencies trained for just.
So this is I'll play some of this here. It's pretty epic. Okay, 9/11 Planes Research High Paul still here. I had to pop out for 5 minutes back. Okay, that sounds good. Mark Collins.
Remember the
House of Scope.
Events of 9/11. We are often invited to reflect on how the attack came out of the clear blue sky. Until the terror began to unfold in real time on everyone's television screen, it was just another beautiful blue sky day, a perfect day for aviation.
It is 8 a.m. in Salisbury, North Carolina, 7 a.m. in Chicago, 5 a.m. in Calaveras County, California, where the news is being made on this Tuesday, September 11th.
From CNN. Anyway, that's all coming up 8:01. Let's get to the top news stories of the morning. For that, we turn to Ann Curry.
Because now we have a camera. Katie Mattinell, thank you so much this morning. Good morning, everybody, again.
But isn't in America and in politics, isn't spinning? What is spinning, Charlie?
Well, spinning is getting out your point of view, trying to put your interpretation on something.
So do you think there is a lot of spinning done in politics and
America pageant, but this year things are different. Contestants will be quizzed on current events, U.S. history, and government. 10 of the 51 contestants got a preview. Among the questions, naming the current vice president and knowing what happened December 7th, 1941. 2 contestants didn't know Dick Cheney was the vice president, and 4 missed the bombing of Pearl Harbor.
Miles and miles of sunshine. Miles Davis. We're going to put Miles out there today. Nice as it can be across the Northeast. Rough seas still from the chop from that hurricane. But other than that, it's kind of quiet around the country. We like quiet. It's quiet. It's too quiet.
Also, notice that James Corbett doesn't mention the hurricane, even though the guy mentioned hurricane, but he doesn't actually bring up. There's a giant hurricane across the coast of New York City.
Quiet. But other than that, it's kind of quiet from the chop from that hurricane. But other than that, it's kind of quiet around the country. We like quiet. It's quiet. It's too quiet.
But that was merely the public's impression of the events from ground level. Little did we know at the time, 9/11 was not a normal day of blue sky aviation. On the contrary, it was one of the busiest days in the history of American aviation. A dense forest of live fly exercises, drills, simulations, fake radar injects, and utter confusion. And that was before the attacks even began. This is the story of 9/11 that you didn't watch unfold on your TV that fateful day in 2001. This is the story of the 9/11 War Games. Part 1. War Games. It only stands to reason that government employees, armed forces, and first responders spend a considerable amount of time every year training to respond to crises. A major catastrophic event may only happen once in a lifetime, but if and when it does occur, the appropriate personnel need to know how to respond. Not all military exercises and government drills are the same, however. These training events can range all the way from computer simulations and war games, where no personnel are deployed and no physical resources are committed, to live field exercises, where real people use real equipment and even real munitions to practice responding to real-world emergencies or simulate real warfare. And as these drills move from abstract models to real-life exercises, the line between reality and simulation can become blurry. What does it mean, then, when a simulation of an emergency takes place at the exact same place and time as the real emergency is happening in real life?
Today we were running an exercise for a company, bearing in mind I'm now in the private sector, and we sat everybody down in the city, 1,000 people involved in the whole organisation, but the crisis team, and the most peculiar thing was we based our scenario on the simultaneous attacks on the underground and mainline station. So we had to suddenly switch an exercise from fictional to real.
Just to get this right, you were actually working today on an exercise that envisioned virtually this scenario?
Almost precisely.
In the hours after the July 7th, 2005 bombings in London, Peter Power gave a series of interviews to various outlets confirming that he had been running an exercise at the exact time of the attack. That exercise envisioned bombs going off at Liverpool Street, King's Cross, and Russell Square at exactly the same time.
Oh, okay. I just realized the message. Russell never says too quiet. Oh, no, it's talking about the hurricane. Okay, that was the audio. Oh, then Paulo, yeah, you're right. Audio's fine. He was referencing to what the TV host said. Okay, sorry, I got it mixed up. Okay, I got completely flipped out there. Oh, and also talking about Alex Gray, I realized that this is the 9/11 Planes Research's channel icon. Just want to do a sidetrack quickly. And you can click this right here. If you go to images, Google, or other reverse imaging software, you just paste it here. So what I do is, because the quality of YouTube just for some reason compresses everything, so you got to find the original. And these are, I think this is Alex Gray or not. You can click here because I sun gazing. Who does this one? Why didn't they just show the original? Okay. They put Sarah Ferguson on ABC. She's total operative like her royal husband Andrew. Filler destruction. That's most of the news in the city of London. Hand on everything. Yeah, that is true. Where's Alex Gray? What is the name? Okay, it doesn't show the name there. Let's go Alex Gray painting. Oh, Alex Gray artwork. Okay, this was. I think a Methylminer first brought this to my attention. Yeah, this is Alex Gray. Yeah, he's got some epic stuff there. He's got, I think, some interesting text as well. All right, that's a good sidetrack there. Let's continue on this journey. So this was 7-7 guy literally saying, "Oh, we had the exact same exercise, exact same locations of the alleged bombings, and literally all exact same time and place and same patsies."
Real bombs were going off at those very locations.
At 9:30 this morning, we were actually running an exercise for a company of 1,000 people in London based on simultaneous bombs going off precisely at the railway stations that happened this morning. So I still have the hairs on the back of my neck standing upright.
To get this quite straight, you were running an exercise to see how you would cope with this, and it happened while you were running the exercise?
Precisely.
What are we to make of this? Is this just a remarkable coincidence? Proof of the keen insight of advisors like Peter Power in correctly predicting the locations and times of likely terror attacks? Or something altogether different? And, if this was set up by some intelligence agency or someone with advanced knowledge of the real attack, what would be the point? Why would they bother to schedule a drill rehearsing the event at the same time as the event itself? Just as there are various kinds of drills, war games, and exercises, so too are there different ways that such simulations could be used to help facilitate an actual event. A drill could be used to distract security services and hinder responses, for example, thus helping an attack to succeed. Or the exercise could act as an alibi in case the plot is discovered before it can take place. Or, in an even more chilling scenario, a wargame or training event could be used to recruit patsies who, believing they're only taking part in an exercise, unwittingly move people or equipment into place for a real attack.
Yes, I am the king. Numero uno, baby.
Find something?
Yeah, I wound up in some government think tank's upload directory. Here's your scenarios, ladies.
These look like counterterrorism scenarios, war games developed for the Defense Department.
What's scenario 12D?
Airline terrorism? That doesn't make sense. Your father was murdered over a war game?
Download it.
Yeah, so that's epic. So they literally had predictive programming of an exercise gone rogue, and then where the actual patsy, the actual member of that exercise gets killed. That's wild.
Incredibly, the plot of the pilot episode of The Lone Gunman, a spin-off of the popular X-Files television program, aired in March 2001.
So March 2001 that occurred. All right. That's absolutely wild.
Depicted a scenario in which a group of government insiders piggybacked on a military war game involving a hijacked airplane to remote control a civilian passenger jet into the World Trade Center.
What the hell are you doing? Why can't you stay out of this? Leave me buried.
What is scenario 12D? We know it's a war game scenario, that it has to do with airline counterterrorism. Why is that important enough to kill for?
Because it's no longer a game.
If some terrorist group wants to act out this scenario, why target you for assassination?
Depends on who your terrorists are.
The men who conceived of it in the first place. You're saying our government plans to commit a terrorist act against a domestic airline?
There you go. Indicting the entire government as usual. It's a faction. A small faction.
For what possible gain?
The Cold War's over, John. But with no clear enemy to stockpile against, the arms market's flat. But bring down a fully loaded 727 into the middle of New York City, and you'll find a dozen tin pot dictators all over the world just clamoring to take responsibility and begging to be smart bombed.
But as outlined,
they really told you the script, like it's right in your face. And I'll also to illustrate that as well. So even USA, they said they did their drills because Russia was doing it on 9/11 in case that they turned rogue. That's literally the mainstream narrative of what USA was doing for the going over to like Alaska and even Canada and Iceland. So that's wild stuff.
Outlandish as this idea seems to those not immersed in military history or strategy, the idea of a war game going live is not limited to the world of fiction. In fact, it is a real and openly acknowledged secret among military planners that such exercises can be used as an operational cover for a real attack. Reflecting on lessons learned from his tenure as Secretary of Defense under Ronald Reagan, Caspar Weinberger observed that the difference between a realistic exercise or maneuver and what could be preparations for an attack, that line is sometimes quite blurred. And Weinberger should know, it was under his watch that a fictional wargame scenario brought the world to the brink of a very real global thermonuclear war. In 1983, at the height of Cold War tensions over the Reagan administration's moves to increase the US nuclear arsenal and his national security directive calling for the ability to win a nuclear war, NATO decided to simulate a first-strike nuclear attack on the Soviet Union in an exercise dubbed Able Archer 83. As recently declassified documents show, the exercise was unprecedented in its scale and scope, even involving a very real radio-silent airlift of 19,000 US troops to Europe. So realistic was the buildup of forces and the preparations for nuclear strikes during these war games that, as we now know from these documents kept hidden from the public for 30 years, Able Archer 83 very nearly caused a real nuclear exchange. But these concerns about war games going live did not end with the breakup of the Soviet Union. On September 10, 2001, the Russian Air Force began a week-long training exercise over the North Atlantic, Pacific, and Arctic Oceans. The exercise simulated a Russian bombing attack in response to NATO aggression. On September 9, 2001, NORAD announced they would be deploying additional fighter aircraft to forward operating locations in Alaska and northern Canada to monitor the exercise and ensure that our air sovereignty is maintained. The Russians called off their war game when the 9/11 attacks began to unfold. Military planners...
Right, yeah, so that's when I got it from, yeah. So literally, Russia's also doing a week-long exercise on September 10th, starting there. And then USA's like, oh, we got to send some stuff as well. All on 9/11, like, this is bananas, guys. We're talking absolute bananas.
Know that simulations and war games can be used as cover for real attacks.
Yeah, and then he goes through a lot of this. I haven't seen it all because again, I have a lot on my plate. But definitely, if you watch this, I will watch this when I have some time. Again, there's literally infinite exercises. So again, the alt media disinfo guys like the James Corbett and so on. Yeah, they have so you have to like sift through what they want. What they have is they have a lot of great info, and then they obviously lead you in a limited hangout. So you're like, oh, it's military exercise. You go tell someone there's a lot of military exercises on that, like, and US has trillions of dollars. But then once you get the real meat of it, the towers turn to dust. Okay, and then you have holographic info, pulse physics, and they have this all military exercise all phase into one. So we got a whole lot of stuff. So Caspar Weinberg used to have a radio show on the Pacifica network, and the liberal people still think they're getting more truthful news than there are than from people such as Amy Goodman. Yeah, Amy Goodman. The name as well, Goodman. It's usually a bad man is telling you that. All right, so that is that one. I just want to go through it because I'm gonna end the stream soon. Let's see how many hours we've gotten. We've done 3 hours and 30 minutes. That's 3 hours and 30 minutes. It's 4:21. Unless it's like off. Unless it started before. Anyways, I'll zoom in. Yeah, so that's the thing. Even wherever you get your info, it's like if you don't have the technical ability just to like and the confidence to look at any evidence or anything and then make up your own mind that you can argue in an actual debate as opposed to just telling here look at something else or this person says this. I'm like, oh, yeah, but what do you say? Anyways, that is that stuff. And apparently this Alex Gray guy, Corny Paul Lovell, says that he draws these photos of what he sees when he's high on DMT. All right, interesting. So that's some next level stuff. You can see through past the layers of reality or delusion. Or if it's delusion, whatever, it's all good. And this guy, Tomahawk, Edward Snowden warned us about the NSA. Okay, so Tomahawk is in the chat there of the Jean Lartanda. Yeah, guys, crash the Jean Lartanda's thingy there and tell them, can y'all cover some evidence? Show a compilation of the towers turning to dust, please. All right, so that was that. Let's see what they show up. Okay, okay, so yeah, we're pretty much done. I'm just gonna go see what else there was in here. Okay, 9/11 War Games documentary, Lone Gunman Show. Yeah, this is a Lone Gunman Show. Talks about airline terrorism exercise in which people involved were actually killed, even though they were thinking it was just an exercise. In March 2001 pilot episode, and also notice the name Pilot. In the pilot episode, there's a pilot using a UAV, remote controlling a plane going into it. And the whole show is about the government using military exercises to do real events. Right before 9/11, it's like, and then nobody bets on that. So even Russia had a war game exercise on December 10th. Dick Cheney, Condoleezza Rice, George Bush lying about military exercises. Yeah, so they say that a lot there. See, I think we had this here. I'll play that part here.
Have imagined such an attack before it took place.
I don't think anybody could have predicted that these people would take an airplane.
Okay, go back here. So first you had George Bush lying. Now you have Condoleezza Rice saying.
I don't think anybody could have predicted that these people would take an airplane and slam it into the World Trade Center, take another one and slam it into the Pentagon, that they would try to use an airplane as a missile, a hijacked airplane as a missile.
First, I must say, I knew of no intelligence during the 6+ months leading up to September 11th that indicated terrorists would hijack commercial airliners, use them as missiles to fly into the Pentagon or the World Trade Center towers.
Nobody in our government, at least, and I don't think the prior government that could envision flying airplanes into buildings on such a massive scale.
All right. It's like they're just constantly lying.
But like everything else, the Bush.
So it's like they're just straight up lying, but this is good evidence. So in other words, this is a smoking gun. Another one, where you just show people government's literally lying about obvious things. They could have just said, "Oh, we do military exercises," but just randomly on that day we had like 100 military exercises, and somehow the exact same thing we were planning occurred. Yeah, again, they're literally lying. So there's no other way around it. That's why they just straight up lie, because when they lie like that, it literally tells you it's a sensitive issue, and also, and they don't want it public because they don't want people to know. Hey, they may actually go rogue on these military exercises because they still need a lot of patsies. So imagine this becomes mainstream knowledge, and then you're working in Navy or whatever, and you get an email saying, "Hey, do you want to join this military exercise? Like, they'll give you like a month's salary," and you're like, "You know what? I'm not joining this. It might go rogue. It might get me dropped off somewhere in Antarctica or something." And then they use AI to send a phone call to your loved one, saying that you're hijacked by some random. Okay, anyways, so that's next level stuff there. I see some other stuff. So 3 hijacking scenarios in the week leading up to 9/11. Let's see what this was. This is an article, I think. Where is this from? This is yeah, I think this is a week leading up to 9/11. What did I put in here? Week. Yeah, this one right here. Yeah, this is a declassified document, I think. Yeah, the classification, unclassified, low importance. Interesting. We have conducted hijacked events in every exercise that Mr. Merchant can remember. He's been here for 6 years. As a matter of fact, we had conducted 3 hijack scenarios in the week leading up to 9/11. Additional, prior to 9/11, we estimated that CMOC ran 5 hijacking scenarios each month. All right, so they have infinite hijacking. So that was that one. NORAD tapes show hectic day in 9/11 with many fake hijackings going on. Search hijack an article. Let's see what I wrote myself. Hijack. Yeah, so For the needs crew, 9/11 was not a story of four hijacked airplanes, but one of a heated chase after more than a dozen potential hijacking, some real, some phantom, that emerged from the turbulence of misinformation that spiked in the first 100 minutes of the attack and continued well in the afternoon and evening. At one point in the span of a single mad minute, in the span of 1 minute, one hears Naspani struggling to parse reports of 4 separate hijackings at once. What emerges from the barrage of what Naspani dubs bad poop flying at his troops from all directions, a picture of remarkable composure. Snap decisions more often than not turn out to be the right ones as commanders kickstart the dormant military machine. It is the fog and friction of war live, the authentic military history of 9/11. Let's keep searching hijack. Yeah. Okay, real world hijack. Is this real world? Real world's just an exercise that occurs in the real world. There might be a possible. Okay, there's a bunch of hijacking stuff. Anyway, so there's literally a hectic. The guy says 4 in 1 minute hijacking. So that was that. Again, this is epic stuff. See what else we can power through. So yeah, Major Naspani initially thought Flight 11 was a hijack simulation. Note real world, which means a live military scenario. What did I put right here? Comments are very significant. Yeah, see what it says. Hijack. Yeah, so this is I forget where this article is. Vanity Fair. I think this was sent by Mark Cullen. Yeah, Kevin Naspani thought the first WTC hit was an exercise starting an hour early. Yeah, so right here, so Major Kevin Naspani, the Needs Mission Crew Commander, so the commander of that crew, had helped design the day's exercise, thinking the reported hijacking is part of it. He actually said out loud, the hijacking is not supposed to start for another hour. Alright. It's a hijacking, this is real life, not part of the exercise. Eventually they get to it. Yeah, so it's like everybody is freaked out. Okay, interviews about training exercises pre-9/11. United Airlines simulated hijackings on 9/11. Let's see what this was. Okay, pre-hijacking. Yeah, this one is people talking about hijack scenarios pre-9/11 and so on, and a whole bunch of this. Again, make sure to check out the links. A lot of it's from Mark Collins' Substack. See this guy here. United Airlines held an exercise that afternoon before 9/11 that simulated one of its planes. And let's see what it says here.
And to kind of frame up the situation, the day prior, our corporate security had initiated an emergency response exercise that nobody was aware of or nobody was prepared for. And one of the United flights that goes over the pole, a page came out close to the end of the day, about 5 o'clock, that said that flight had experienced an uncontained engine failure, heavy casualties, and the flight was going down near the North Pole, somewhere up in the polar region. As you can imagine, a lot of folks that were on the drive home turned their cars around and tried to get back to headquarters as quick as possible to deal with the emergency. A few minutes later, another page came out saying that this was just a drill. So it called everything off. So the morning of September 11th, we thought this was the same thing. We thought this was coming from corporate security just as another drill. I recall looking at that and just kind of shook my head in disbelief. A couple of the guys in the room said, man, somebody's going to lose their job over this if they keep sending drill messages out like that. So we all cleared our pagers and literally went back to work. It was a few minutes after that when the president of the union, Denny, his wife actually called him, and we could hear over the cell phone her asking him if he was okay, and so, sure, we're fine, why do you ask? So she said that on the news she was watching that an aircraft had hit the World Trade Center. So at that point, we knew something was wrong, and then we went out to the dispatch floor to see what was going on.
All right, yeah. So day before, United Airlines, I guess. So again, Boeing is bigly involved in this, and United Airlines, all the airlines as well. And also, a good question. 9/11 Planes Research says, was exercise Naspani thinking was an hour later would be 9:46 a.m., which when the Secret Service called, the fire department was called, and the Secret Service said a plane had crashed in the White House. Interesting. And also the other one where I think that same time is when roughly the person says flight 177 said that was hijacked. Maybe that could have been it as well. But no, yes, this was here also another interesting part here. Again, reiterate. Secret Service called fire department at around 9:46 and said that the White House, a plane crashed in the White House. So you got fake calls, fake scenarios happening, real scenarios, fake events. Like the whole thing is next level. They need some sort of ChatGPT to run it or something. They probably have advanced AI ChatGPT. That's why it's a lot of people just like kind of wrap their head around. Okay, interviews. Cargo planes played hijacked aircraft. This one above its significance, it was a C-130 that was in the air. 9/11 reported seeing AA-77. So a cargo plane is the one that said that they saw 177, which is BS because AA-77 was over Missouri at the time, and C-130 had to be part of a training exercise on 9/11. This is cargo planes played hijacked aircraft. I'm just gonna open some stuff up and then end it. Washington office held exercise around terrorist attack weekend before 9/11. Man outside of Pentagon thought it was a missile. Another man said he saw a rocket hitting it, a similar angle to another. There's another one, Pentagon saying that he literally could have sworn it turned invisible. And then highly classified nuclear attack exercise on 9/11. Top Navy official continued with routine meeting on 9/11 despite WTC attacks. Pentagon planet observers or crisis actors. All right, I got to be careful of that wording. Pre-hijack 9/11 using American Airlines with real people playing along its passengers. Colin Sargent, the military operations specialist of the FAA's Boston Air Route Traffic Control Center, describes a joint FAA military exercise held in 1995 or 1986 in which a real American Airlines aircraft apparently played the role of a hijacked plane, and the aircraft actually had passengers on board. Notably, two of the aircraft that were hijacked on the 9/11, Flight 11 and Flight 77, were also American Airlines planes. This audio is taken from Sargent's interview with Scoggins' interview with the 9/11 Commission on September 24, 2003. Let's see if I open this. And then also, thanks to Mark Collins for sending me all this info. He's in the process of writing a book and possibly finishing, publishing chapter by chapter on Substack. My suggestion. Yeah, so Mark, I highly recommend just start writing the article. I mean, your book, one chapter at a time on Substack, and you can always edit, update, and then once you're done, you can publish it, or you can let me to publish. I'll publish it for you. I can help publish as well. Okay. See, I got a message from Mark Collin. I just gotta, because I am losing focus. See what Mark Collin at. So at 9:46 a.m. on September 11th, the District of Columbia Fire Department sent a number of engines and trucks to the White House to respond to an alleged incident there. There was in response to an incorrect report by the Secret Service, the agency that protects the president in the White House, that a plane had crashed into the presidential residence. The building was on fire, and some or all of it had collapsed because a building collapse had reportedly occurred. The DCFD's cave-in task force was sent to the White House along with the other units. Interesting. So this is like all this stuff happens. Copy text. Let's see what it says on Google. Start fire department. Cocaine in the White House. Why is there no news there? I will have to find that link anyways. Thanks for that. And let's see what else we have in here.
When FAA was involved during our exercises, the majority of the time we had a military aircraft, real world, out there flying over land, coming into our area where we were going to hold the exercise, and they were going to start the whole thing and say, this guy's hijacked. FAA actually knew who that was. They were told not to give us any information when we called them. So therefore, they didn't know really what to give us, what to say, but they knew that that was just a military aircraft. It wasn't really a hijack, so they weren't really concerned. Had we ever involved them in a hijack scenario seriously? Not that I can recall. They basically were told, this guy's a C-130, he's going to fake these guys out, he's going to pretend he's hijacked, don't tell them who it is. So we call them real world and say, hey, Cleveland Center, do you know who this guy is? He's on a 1234 code north of wherever. And they'd say, yeah, no, well, do you know what type he is? Well, he's a C-130. And we go, that's our target. So basically, they didn't really know what to say.
All right, so they were shocked that one of them they thought was hijacked, and then they were told is actually was playing a hijacked aircraft, and it's an exercise.
Sunday before 9/11.
So, what FBI's Washington office held an exercise based around a terrorist attack on the weekend before 9/11.
We actually had a drill with all the area fire departments, police departments, and the FBI on a terrorist attack. So on Sunday, we were all together going through an exercise of a terrorist attack, and then on Tuesday, we actually had a real attack.
So the fire department Sunday, Washington office held, and then had the fire department there as well Sunday, and then Tuesday is the attack. All right.
The day before 9/11, obviously September 10th, we'd been given orders to report to a helicopter that was going to take us outside the Pentagon near the executive entrance to Andrews Air Force Base on the morning of 9/11 to participate in, at the time, a very highly classified exercise, which involved the NOAC, the National Air, or the NAOC, the National Airborne Operations Center, sometimes more derisively called the Doomsday Plane. My major collateral duty as the Chief of Medical Plans and Response and Operations for the Joint Chiefs of Staff was to also serve as the medical response advisor to the President of the United States on night watch in the event that there would be a national catastrophe. And most of the scenarios we worked involving the use of night watch or the NAOC were nuclear war with the former Soviet Union, or nuclear attack, in this case, the exercise scenario for on Washington, D.C. So the morning of 9/11, I left my house at about 4:30 in the morning, just about a half an hour earlier than I usually left. I was responsible for preparing the chairman's, the medical and public health intelligence input for the chairman's daily operations and intelligence brief. And I was waiting for a phone call to notify me to rally at the point where the helicopter was going to pick us up to take us over to Andrews and board the plane.
All right. So yeah. So basically, this is a highly secret nuclear attack using the Doomsday Plane. Yeah, around Washington. So again, it's George Bush and them. They definitely know about this. So the politics just straight up lie.
We got up to our conference room.
Let's play. See this, guys.
All the conference room is.
And also, Mark Cullen sent a thing. But I'm gonna have to leave in a few minutes. I got a DC crew dispatched to the Pentagon. Is the firehouse. Okay, this is the only test. So there's links to that paper and firehouse.com and other stuff. Yeah, this is DC crews dispatched to the Pentagon. This is only test. This is the Washington one. I think it's Washington. Alright, some other ones. I'm gonna put this here. Anyways, let's see. Power through. White House crash. Report of a plane crash. Alright, so these are the ones that say the plane crash. Yeah, reported plane into the White House. So literally articles right there telling about it. I have a few minutes left. I'm gonna play this one top. Continue with the scheduled meeting on despite attacks.
Here in some slides. We got up to the conference room, and the Undersecretary of the Navy was waiting for us. And at that level, people always have an officer traveling with them. She had a captain with her, and so she told the class right away. She said, "I have to cut my presentation short today because planes have hit the World Trade Center, and I have to go to the command center at 9:30. So I'm going to have to cut my talk short."
All right. Continue with the scheduled meeting despite attacks. See what he says?
We got up to our conference room, and I'll show you where all the conference room is later in some slides. But we got up to the conference room, and the Undersecretary of the Navy was waiting for us. And at that level, people always have an officer traveling with them. She had a captain with her. And so she told the class right away, she said, "I have to cut my presentation short today because planes have hit the World Trade Center, and I have to go to the command center at 9:30. So I'm going to have to cut my talk short."
Oh no, she continued, but yeah, she just cut it short though. But she still finished the whole thing. So that's interesting. Let's see. Now the planes research got to run. People on my way past my time. Great stream. Have a good one. Okay, guys. Let's play a bit more. I'm gonna end this. I have to literally get out soon.
As I approach the mall.
Okay, I'll play this one later. It's 4 minutes. Maybe I'll go through it later. Possible planted one. Seen behaving suspiciously on there. I'll play that one later.
time. One I told you about back in 95 or
Okay, this is an American Airlines plane with real people playing it, and this is talking about the 1995 to 96 military operations specialist, literally talking about doing that. Anyways, guys, I have to head out though, as well. And there's George Bush lying as always. But then he might not know he's lying. Let's say Bush, yeah, this one right here. So Bush, this is right after, shortly after 9/11 on 2002, January 2002. Literally a few months, like 3-4 months after, he falls off choking on a pretzel in the White House couch. That's the mainstream narrative, but it looks like he got some sort of injection to ensure he lies always. All right, guys, that is all. Guys. I'm gonna save this. This is epic stuff. I'm gonna update, and then guys, thanks for joining. And yeah, Wednesday, make sure to join it. And all links in here, guys. Have a good one. And remember, send cash money to me and Alvin Revisionist and others and Alvin Planet Research. Anyways, guys, have a great weekend. All right, guys, I'm ending it. Let's go in 3. Where am I thingy? I think we peaked at. Yeah, we had a good level right here. We peaked at 43, 45 ish. Yeah, 45, but pretty much level there is just before it's gonna pump. If we do it more and. Towers, yeah, let's go. Using cold dew. Okay, let's see that. Alright, guys, have a good one, guys. Remember, comment also on these ones, and then get out of there. But you also give them the traffic, but whatever, just tell them. Anyway, that's all for today, guys. Thanks for joining, and I'm ending the stream in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, go there, guys. Go over there and help Nylon Revisionist if you can. I'm gonna head out, guys. Have a good one, and 3, 2, 1, and stream, and.